Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels missed practice for a second straight day due to a sprained knee. The Los Angeles Chargers have signed safety Tony Jefferson to the active roster from their practice squad. Kansas City wide receiver Xavier Worthy was limited in practice as he's worked back from a dislocated shoulder. Rookie wide receiver Jalen Royal was full participant in practice. Atlanta listed tight end Kyle Pitts as limited in Thursday's practice with a toe injury. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack.
Enter, brother.
Password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
Thank you,
not 4.
LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio.
Who?
FoxSportsRadio.com.
Who?
The iHeartRadio app.
Who is it?
Or SiriusXM Channel 83. Wow. Or live.
We'll do it live.
On YouTube.
It. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's right. We're live on YouTube. A beautiful simulcast. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple. Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington on this TV theme song Thursday. Woo! And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake. Thanks, Craig Melvin. All right, write it down, commit it to memory, because you know what? You're going to need our phone number, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
That's right. With that said, always remember.
Sweetie Beanie, yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. And let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin
Washington.
Yo, what up, man? TV theme song Thursday. Look at it. I'm on it today. We remember the day today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we couldn't keep track. What's up, brother? You good?
All good. All ready to go. A big show. A lot of stuff happening. And, of course, there's a Thursday night football game. We got Buffalo and Miami, division rivals.
Yeah.
And big news in baseball.
Yeah.
An icon.
Big news.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw calling.
Wait. Now, why did he play that sound? What is he trying to say? You know what I mean? Like he's giving up home runs? What's he saying?
It's just a baseball sound. There's no baseball sound for a pitcher. You know what I mean?
I'm just making swing and a miss, strike out, you're out, something like that. You know what I'm just saying?
Look at that. You're already trying to rip on Kershaw and all that.
No, I thought he had the jokes. Thought he was saying something
Alex
slick.
is not that kind of guy. He wouldn't do that. All
Wait,
right.
what?
Yes. He said you were making fun of Kershaw by having a crack at a bat.
Yeah. He's been playing way too long.
Yeah.
See, I knew it.
Well, that's not weird.
People don't know when to let it go, Rob.
You're right about that. Especially in the media, there's a lot of people just hanging
Rob, don't start it.
Just hanging on.
You know
that is Rob's favorite pastime.
It's true, though.
It's to just sit here and tap me on the shoulder and point to the TV, and I look up, and it's somebody on the TV that is like, what's the maximum, Rob? Is it 78 and up? 75 and up? What is it? Is it based off how you look?
If you look like George Washington with wooden teeth, you probably shouldn't still be on. I'm just saying.
Alex, that's his favorite pastime. He'll be like, yo, look up. I'm like, oh, what? Did Aaron Judge hit a home run? And I look up, and it's somebody that's like 92
on TV. It's Cody Bellinger. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Cody.
It's
Yeah,
Cody.
Never mind.
Never mind. We're not paying attention. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer. Rob, there it is, Bud Mexican. Alex is our engineer. Martin Weiss is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course, Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Elijah
Never heard of him.
is our social media guru.
Who?
That's right. So we got a full house. We're ready to roll. A lot of stuff going on. And let's get it kicked off. Rob G, we talked about the Monday Night Football, and there was a conversation with Josh Allen, of course, the reigning MVP in the National Football League. And he had some comments that were very interesting.
Yeah, so for the last few years now, it seems like every offseason or at the conclusion of every regular season, the conversation to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills is always, is this the year? Is this the year you're going to finally break through? You can finally get in that Super Bowl. You've been knocking on the door for so long, you're finally going to get there, right? So a reporter asked him about it earlier this week, once again. And this time, apparently, according to ESPN, Josh Allen seemed exasperated because he rolled his eyes. And then he said, I think if I knew how to get over that hump, we would have gotten over that hump already. And then later on, they're discussing his whole, reception in Buffalo and his mindset. Everyone's talking about he's more at ease. He's more comfortable. He just got married. His perspective on life has totally changed. And he said something that got Rob Parker's panties all in a bunch.
Double bunch.
Here's what he said, talking about...
You know what double bunch is, but we won't go there.
How life away from football has changed his perspective on things. Here we go. Quote, it's never been a goal of mine to win the MVP. If anything, it's been to win the Super Bowl MVP. I think that's the better of the two awards anyway. Make no mistake. It's a cool honor. Really do appreciate it. But it doesn't change my life. It doesn't change who I am. And to that point, it probably, winning a Super Bowl, wouldn't change who I am or define my life either. But it is something the city's wanted for a long time, and I feel like I can help be a piece that brings it here. Something it's very important. It's more important to me than a singular trophy.
All right, there was one right answer, and he gave the wrong one. Plain and simple.
What was that?
Of course, I want to win a Super Bowl for the city. No one's just saying it's going to change you and you're going to be some different person and turn into something this or that. It's such an easy answer. Hey, this is a great football town, Buffalo. Man, they had great teams back in the 90s, couldn't get there. More than anything I ever want to do, I would love to win a championship for the city. All the other stuff about him and changing him, and I'm happy to win the MVP. Nobody, really? No. Most people would tell you this is why you play, okay? We talk about it all the time. All the accolades of Aaron Judge wins another MVP. None of it, okay? Aaron Judge knows, what does he want to do, Kelvin? He wants to win a World Series for the Yankees, right? I just think that's an easy answer. And I think that was the easy answer in that case, is to just forget about, this isn't about me. How about if you're a fan and you were listening and that question was asked and he said, dude, this isn't about me. This is about this great city of Buffalo and this storied football tradition in the National Football League and the idea that I'm here and I have a chance to try to finally get this city to where it belongs or give it a memory that they'll never forget. Like, that's all people want to hear about. Nobody's trying to say you're going to it's not going to change me if I win. Well, because basically, you know what that sounds like? It's kind of like a cop-out, like, well, I don't have to win one to be this or that. I don't think Charles Barkley played his NBA career with the idea of, well, I don't have to win. He wanted to win. I think everybody wants to win. And so when I heard that, it just sounded like a cop-out to me, like whether I win or I don't win, I'm not going to be a different person. Okay, thanks. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. So here's where I push back, and I get your sentiment, right? Just, I'm doing this for Buffalo. Always love football. Love this city. It will mean the world. I get that. Couple things happen here, in my opinion. Number one, starting with the obvious, to Rob G's point, he's tired of it. Probably Lamar Jackson's probably, give it another 2 years or so, Justin Herbert will be tired of. When are you going to win? When are you going to break through? So I think we initially heard the fatigue of that question, because I don't think anyone asked themselves that question more than he asked himself. But here's where I'm going to break it down a little bit further. So you were talking about,
showing that you want to do it, showing that you're all in and telling them that. Well, I think he has shown the city of Buffalo that with his play. The man literally is the team. There's no other. It is exactly all him. He does everything for that team. He dives over the place. He's jumping over stuff. He's putting his body in harm's way. He's playing through injuries. I mean, he couldn't get any tougher in how he plays for the city, a tough city of Buffalo. So I think the fans actually hear that, and they are okay with it in the standpoint of, you can sell me a bunch of wolf tickets. Gee, golly shucks, I'm trying. I'm out here. But then maybe not play that way. But I think they get to see him night in, night out, every Sunday, every Thursday, every Monday, and he's playing all out. So they don't question that from their leader, and I think that's a good thing with the fans. Now, I think what we heard was approach. He just got married. He's obviously a little older than he was when he first got in, and I think he's answering it from a broader approach of life, meaning I play so wound up and tight. I've been thinking, that's all I think about, and I can't, and it's probably been part of why he feels, let me just go out, and he talked about it further, Rob G, in it. He said, let me just go out and play my absolute hardest, but let the chips fall where they may. I can't be so high-strung where I'm thinking of every single play, every single pass. And I think he's talking about approach. And I've heard Robert Horry talk about this. He's one of the more clutch shooters of all time, as we know, Big Shot Bob. And he talked about, man, everybody always asks me, what happens? What goes through your mind? He said, man, I just let that thing fly. Because his point was similar to what Josh said. He said, man, I absolutely want to make it. I want to win this big game. He said, but, man, if I miss it, I'm still me. I'm still the same player. I still wanted to take the shot. I just missed it. And I'm still, and what life's going to go on. And I think Josh is trying to get to that approach.
Thanks for breaking news. Life is going to go on whether you win or not. I mean,
no, but I think
that ain't breaking news.
But it's an approach, Rob. Some people play too tight, and you see that. We all see it.
Nobody's asking him about playing too tight, and just the idea for him to honestly say that nothing would change if he won a Super Bowl. Do you really believe that if he won a Super Bowl?
No, and that's what he's answering it from a philosophical.
His life does his life change? I'm asking you. Does his life change?
Josh?
Yeah, if he wins a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Okay. He said it wouldn't change, so that's why I don't buy it.
Because this is what I'm saying. He's trying to answer it philosophically from a humanistic standpoint, not from a player.
We're talking football. Come on, man. Nobody's talking about your wife and your family and the existence of life. It's about football. It's about winning. It's why you play. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's asking him to be a philosopher. No, that's not what we're asking you about. What is the essence of life? What will happen to the atmosphere if you win a Super Bowl? Will the sky turn black? Will it be sunny for the next 40 years? Nobody's asking him that. It's just about winning and winning a Super Bowl, which is the reason you play. That's all. It's a simple, and that's why I say there's one answer, and he answered it wrong.
And that's why I will disagree, because I think for him, what he's realizing is separating what truly matters in his life may help him on the field. As opposed to having his priorities and not being so high-strung. That's what I gathered from that, saying, man, let me go out there and ball out and do what I do and understand that I don't have to be like my life is over because I didn't win. And I think he's separating the two, and that's why he's getting to this place in his life, in his career. But you can't watch him, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, every single play, never question, does he out there giving
Nobody says that. It wasn't a question about effort. It was about winning. It's a big difference.
But that's his answer, Rob. If I had the answer to the test, then I would ace the test.
No, that's not how it works.
That's what he said. If I already, what's it going to take to win? What's it going to take to win? Oh, it's going to take. I'm going out there. I'm trying to win every year, and none of y'all think I'm not. So how can I answer? What's it going to take to win this year? I don't know. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying every week, every year. And eventually, like he said, we're going to crack that thing. And if we don't crack it this year, we're going to crack it next year. What else can he say? Well, I'm going to go out there and give it my best and play hard. We clearly see that.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Did you have a problem with Josh Allen almost downplaying the idea of winning a Super Bowl, like it wouldn't change his life at all? Even though that's just not true. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
For the greatest TV shows in the 70s of the U.S. of A.
Is that what we're doing? I can't wait.
Okay.
That's right. It's a tough scene in Kansas City, starting off 0-2 for the first time in the Mahomes era. They've lost 3 straight games for the first time in the Mahomes era. And here's the other issue. The Chiefs, again, first time starting 0-2 since 2014. As a franchise, not just Andy Reid, not just Patrick Mahomes, not just Travis Kelce, they have missed the postseason each of the last 6 times they've started the season 0-2. And if that wasn't bad enough, across the NFL, teams that start out 0-2 only make the playoffs 12% of the time.
Kelvin, I got news for you.
What's that?
The percentages could say 12%.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying 0%. The Chiefs will not NOT make
tell
the
me when,
playoffs.
Alex, if you.
I have
All right, here
been
we go.
talking about them for 2 years now,
2.
and
You've been
the
waiting.
lucky rabbit's
Just
foot.
wait.
Well, I've been
Kelvin.
I've been
All right,
chronicling
3,
this, all the demise of what's going on, and Patrick Mahomes and the
2,
numbers.
1.
I made the mistake last year and said
Hey,
that
it's
Patrick
Kelvin
Mahomes
Washington,
had
and you're
turned into
listening
Daniel
to
Jones.
Northern State Wolves
I'm
football
wrong.
on Fox Sports.
He's worse than Daniel
Aberdeen.
Jones. Are you kidding me? Have
All
you
right.
seen the numbers?
Hey, it's
Patrick
Kelvin Washington,
Mahomes?
and you're listening to Northern State Wolves
Not
football
good.
on Fox Sports Aberdeen.
Not even not good. How about terrible?
Hey, what's up? It's Kelvin
How about
Washington.
awful?
This is North-South,
I'll give you the
Northeast, South.
numbers.
That may sound crazy, yo.
Passer rating,
Hey, it's
82,
Kelvin Washington.
26
This is Northeast South Dakota's
in the
local
National
sports talk
Football
show,
League.
The Sports
Not
Hub,
even completing
on Fox
60%
Sports
of his
Aberdeen.
passes. 58.8.
Hey, what's up? It's Kelvin
28
Washington, and you're listening to
in the
Twins
NFL.
Baseball on your home for the
Yards
Twins,
per pass,
Fox Sports Aberdeen.
21st at 6.5.
Hey, what's
Dink
up?
and
It's
dunk,
Kelvin
dink and
Washington of
dunk.
the Odd Couple.
Enough.
This
Dinking
is
is good and dunking
KGIM,
with donuts,
Redfield,
but not
Aberdeen.
football so much.
Translated on K2.
You don't want to be dunking.
Translated on
Yards per game,
K2538.
222 and a half.
Translated
7
on
times for
K2
17,
3565108.
and 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. In
Translated
2
on
games so far. So the
K253AB
numbers are
Aberdeen.
not good.
We are Fox Sports.
Travis Kelce's retired, and on any other day he might as well retire because
All right.
once he started talking about
I know.
it, you're basically retired as a player. And you saw the bad play and it turned into an interception, but he's just a non-factor. I mean, it's unbelievable how much of a non-factor he is. You could talk about waiting for receivers to come back and keep hoping and wishing. And before it was Patrick Mahomes, they have the most drops and they had this and they had that. That people have kept making excuses instead of looking at what the numbers are. And the numbers aren't good. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. But it finally caught up to him. All that good luck. I told you last year they weren't going to win a Super Bowl. They were way too lucky. Teams would blow up and make bad plays to help them win. The kicker would hit the upright or miss an easy field goal or whatever it was. It was all these things that happened. And now here they are 2 games in. And the games that they normally win, no matter what, they haven't been able to win. So I'm not surprised. I know the math math says 12% of teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs. Right? I'm saying just 0. I just do not see them making the playoffs. And I know there's 15 games to go and a lot of football to play. I'm looking at this team and I don't see it.
This is where I don't understand you sometimes. I love you like a play cousin, but I don't get it. They're 0-2, and each game, especially yesterday, they lose by 3 to the reigning champs. And you just mentioned, Travis Kelce catches that touchdown pass. It's a different game. He does it. Now,
we
I'm
can
with
do
you
that
on that
all day.
I'm with you. Okay, I'll let you talk.
All right, that
Let you
mindset
talk.
we could do all day.
When we can. So let me do it. So Travis Kelce catches that touchdown. We might be having a completely different conversation. And similar to the Chargers, they're right in that thing a drive away from winning it. So they got to win those games, and they have historically the last year or two won those games.
Here we go. And if you threw a party, invited who? You knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me.
Thank you
for being a friend. Oh, yeah. You know what it is. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a TV theme song Thursday. And be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. That's right. We are live on it right now. If you're on it, thank you for watching. If you're not, don't worry about it. You still got a chance to do so. Go to youtube.com/@OddCoupleSR. Or if you're already in YouTube, just search Odd Couple FSR. Subscribe, like it, share it, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. So go check it again. Our brand new YouTube channel, live right now. Odd Couple FSR, and again, subscribe. We got Mike Sando, writes the NFL Pick 6 column for The Athletic, going to join us here in about 10 minutes or so. And Rob, right now we're taking calls. Josh Allen answered some questions about winning a Super Bowl, what it means to him, what it changed things. 877-99 on Fox. We'll take some calls on it. What do we got?
Marty on Long Island. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio, or as we call it in New York, Strong Island. How are you, Marley?
Hey, what's going on, Rob, Calvin? Big fan.
Thank you,
pretty much. I pretty much just tuned into the show and I heard this, and honestly, I was absolutely shocked that Josh Allen would say something like that because I'm a big fan between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, and the biggest difference was when Lamar Jackson got drafted and Deion put that mic to him, he said, "You're going to get a Super Bowl out of me." And right there, I think that's just a huge difference between Josh Allen and Lamar. And, because Lamar, I just wants to win more.
It's okay to talk about wanting to win, whether you win or not. It's okay, but to act like it is not going to change your life by being a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You could go talk to Dan Marino and about how much everybody loves him and how great of a thrower of the football he was. You could ask him about winning a Super Bowl and how big that would be in your life. That's all. I'm not saying I don't have any issue with Josh Allen and his effort. I just thought there was a better answer he could have given, and that could have been easy. That's all.
I hear you. I think
that's it. I don't have an issue with him.
No, my challenge with that is I just think he's asked the question 100 times.
That's what happens when you're in a pro football quarterback. Guess what? They ask you every day when you lose a game, what happened? What happened on that interception? Why did you make a terrible throw? They ask you the same questions over and over, and you have to answer them.
And you do. And my point is,
I don't know what's so strange.
And it's not that's strange about it. What also isn't strange is every now and again, said player, said star, any sport is going to answer a question that you might like, maybe we could have answered it differently, or I would have said it like that. I care more about also how are you playing? Because I know plenty of people who sell me wolf tickets. I'm a, and I don't see that on the players.
Give me one on you. Give me one. Who told you that?
There are plenty of players.
Give me one. Just give me one. Just give me one on the top of your head.
Russell Wilson will give me the most
He
cliche
won two Super. He went to two Super Bowls.
I'm not questioning how to. I'm saying there are times where Russell Wilson will give you the most cliche, and you might not then turn and see what's going on the team. He might tell you the team is doing this, we're playing hard, we're working, and then results aren't necessarily there. I'm saying I want to see my guy out there, and Josh Allen may not be a better example of a guy who lays it on the line week in, week out. He is the franchise, singularly is the franchise, and I don't
doesn't answer the question. All right.
So if he answered the question where he's kind of making it more philosophical, it's not the end of the world, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Johnny in Minnesota, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, what up, Big Rob? Kelvin, what's up?
What's up, yeah?
Danny, hey, man. I believe Rob, because you can't be like, hey, man, if I win, that ain't nothing. What do you mean that ain't nothing? You know what I'm saying? First time in that franchise's history that they got something for him, and then he's going to be like, oh, this ain't nothing. I need something else.
I just don't
He's a good, very excellent player. That's all I got to say, and I'll hang up and listen.
Oh, there's no doubt. That ain't even.
Love you guys.
Appreciate it, Johnny. Thank you. I'm not even arguing about his effort or his play. I'm just saying there was a right answer that people just want to hear. And I know it's cliche, and I know they keep asking you. That's just a part of your job, and there's a way of answering stuff that's simple, and you endear yourself to people listening who go, man, that dude really wants to win for us. And he gives his effort, and that's great to hear. I love to hear that. All right, Drew in New Jersey, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
What up, Drew?
I don't agree with what he said, but I don't think the Bills fans can be angry because if you look, there's been no better quarterback come the postseason than Josh Allen.
No, I disagree. Jim Kelly.
Who would you rather?
Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly.
I'm talking about active.
I'm talking about in Buffalo, they watched Jim Kelly get to the Super Bowl 4 times.
You're saying active?
There's no player active quarterback that you could have an argument other than Patrick Mahomes come the playoff that's played better. If you count the running, you count everything. There's no question. The only reason why they're in any game is because of Josh Allen.
Well, how come they haven't won then? So he's the reason. No. He's the reason that they're there, but he's not the reason that they didn't win.
He showed.
13 seconds.
I'm asking you.
Can you hold somebody off for 13 seconds? Can you hold somebody off for 13 seconds? If I play an A-plus game, there ain't no question. That game was not on Josh. And there's plenty of games that have not been on Josh. And the game
he's been flawless. He's never turned the ball over, never threw any interceptions, nothing.
He's a 101 come to playoffs.
I'm asking you.
Lamar Jackson's an 84.6 passer rating.
Okay,
I'm asking he's a 102.
And guess what? Neither one has been to the Super Bowl. How's that?
That is true.
Okay,
but Matthew
there we go.
Stafford,
Thank you,
maybe
Drew.
you can make an argument for Stafford because Stafford has like a 103. He's clutch too.
Okay.
Stafford, he's been playing very, very well with the Rams.
It's just that they're lucky that the interception he threw got dropped. But
if you don't, I thought we can't do that, Rob. I thought we can't do the woulda, coulda, because Aaron Rodgers would have threw it in, but it doesn't matter. Cause don't do that. Don't do that. He done messed around and won the Super Bowl, Rob. Mike Sando on the way. We're going to talk some NFL with him right now. Martin Weiss going to get a set on what's trending.
The Los Angeles Dodgers have announced that 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of the 2025 season. His final home start will be tomorrow against the Giants. Seattle Mariners won at Kansas City 2-0. That ties Houston for first place in the AL West. Cleveland Guardians won their 7th consecutive game with a 3-1 victory at Detroit. Pete Alonso with a home run in his 4th straight game as the Mets win 6-1 over San Diego. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels didn't practice today due to a sprained knee. 2nd day in a row he's missed practice. Dan Quinn said yesterday, don't expect Daniels. The earliest he could practice is tomorrow. Los Angeles Chargers signed safety Tony Jefferson to the active roster from their practice squad. He started their Monday night game this week. Sports journalist Pablo Torre reported that the Los Angeles Clippers made a previously unknown $21 million payment to the company Aspiration in June of 2022. The payment signed off in writing by the Clippers financial officer was made at a time when Aspiration was struggling for cash and made 2 weeks before Aspiration was due to make a payment to Kawhi Leonard. Kansas City wide receiver Xavier Worthy limited in practice as he works back from a dislocated shoulder, and rookie wide receiver Jalen Royal was a full participant as he looks to make his NFL debut in the Atlanta Falcons. Listed Kyle Pitts as limited in practice on Thursday with a toe injury. Back to you guys.
All right, Martin. Appreciate you, brother. As always, Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday. Achy knees, stiff back, and your joints aren't cooperating. Well, listen, trust me, I know all about that some days. Because some days, your body is just like, nope, not happening. And on those days, luckily, there is Aleve. And with just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. Join now by Mike Sando, writes the NFL Pick 6 column for The Athletic. Mike, what's up, man?
What's happening?
Hey, not too much. How you guys doing?
Doing great. Doing great on this TV theme on Thursday. Rob, you want to go or you want me?
You go ahead.
Yeah, let's jump in here. You can put a button on the conversation we're just having about Josh Allen. Obviously, he and Lamar, to me, are always going to be leaked until one of them actually wins. But what do you make of just the concept of him saying, me winning one won't change my life, and, you know, I'm trying to win. If I'll have next year to win, and then I'll have the next year of that if I don't. What do you make of those comments?
Ask Dan Marino about next year. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think once he wins it all, which he probably will at some point, then he'll be honest about how much it means to him.
Thank you. Because it's not an honest answer, Mike, 100%. I don't know how you play in the NFL and act like winning a Super Bowl isn't important or isn't big to you.
Yeah, I think it is important to him. You know, I think what he doesn't want is like he's tired of probably answering questions about it and making it bigger than it needs to be. It's big, but it's not, I don't believe that he's just an unhappy person because he hasn't won one yet, but I think it'll be great when he does. I think he really wants it, and like I said, I think he'll probably get one.
Let's talk about Lamar and that offense. I mean, I know they blew game 1 to Josh Allen and the Bills, but they're scoring like 40 points. I don't know. Can they score 50 again? Like, it just seems like a video game.
Yeah, I think they're really good. It's funny, obviously Lamar Jackson's really good, but the combination of him and Derrick Henry is just very difficult to solve. Very difficult because Lamar can pass. He's a great runner. And then you got the best, probably the most different back in the league, right? There's nobody really like Derrick Henry. So yeah, I love what they're all about, and they've just got to do it, like I said, when it matters for them too. It's almost like for the Bills and the Ravens. The regular season is nice, but we're sort of waiting until they get to the playoffs.
Right. Let me ask you this: Lamar just passed Aaron Rodgers with the best quarterback rating in the history of the NFL. And Bill Polian and people were telling him he should try out for wide receiver and not he can't throw the football and all this other stuff. I just see a guy who's gotten even better and better every year throwing the football. The numbers are ridiculous. Mike, 57 touchdowns in his last 20 games, I think. 57 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 3 of them hit receivers' hands. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, he's off the charts. There's no doubt he's gotten better. I feel like him coming into the league, there was truth that you needed to have an offense built around his running for him to succeed early, and they did that. They did a great job. And then he's come along with the passing component of it and become really good at it. So the nicest thing about this to me is, like, since he did his new contract, I feel like they've gotten the best of him. And I feel like before that, it was sort of wavering, like he was not happy. He was missing games at the end of the year. It felt a little rocky. And now he's just like put all that stuff to the side, and he just seems completely dialed in and just mature. I just really like everything I see about him. So there's no question.
He's must-see TV to me on Sunday.
Oh, that's without a given. He's the best version of Michael Vick we got here. Mike Sando, our guest, writes again the NFL Pick 6 column for The Athletic. Mike, let me ask you this. We talk about, obviously, justifiably, so maybe we don't even talk about them enough. You got the Eagles. We'll talk about the Chiefs. We'll talk about Lamar and Josh and Packers now. But we don't talk about the Rams a little bit. And they're one of those sleeper teams that a lot of people are saying, don't sleep on them.
I'm sleeping on them.
Don't sleep getting to the NFC Championship. How good are they? They obviously have great head coach. They got Matthew Stafford, and that defense is very, very good. What do you make of the Rams so far?
I think they've been put an asterisk on just because of Matthew Stafford missing much time in camp and having a back injury, and people saying, well, that's not good, and if he goes down, they're not the same team, which is true. So for them, it's just a matter of him being healthy the whole year. I think when he is, they can beat anybody. They can run with anyone. They had a great high-scoring game last year, I think, with Buffalo. And then they took Philly down to the wire, really in the championship game. They were down at the 13-yard line with a minute and a half left. Touchdown probably, wins the game for them. So I do think that they're good. Their defense has been bad against the run. I mean, we're going to find out this week. Saquon got 200-plus yards in each game twice last year against them. They're really good rushing the passer. So, if they can score and get ahead and turn the pass rushers loose, it's a great formula for them. And in the NFC, you got they got as good a chance as almost anybody.
How about, Packers are off to a great start. I mean, I did pick them before the season started to get to the Super Bowl because I thought the Lions were going to drop down, losing their coordinators and whatnot in that division. But where are you on the Packers and how good they are?
Very impressed. I think their roster is amazing. I think it's really good. I don't know how they're always like the youngest team in the league, and they're talented. They're really good. So I think they've done a great job. I think, going to get Parsons shows that they felt like they're close. And it's funny, for as excited as they've been about Jordan Love, I feel like the rest of their team is pretty squared away, and now we're going to see about his consistency over the course of the season, which has been a little bit up and down. So I like where they're at. I think they're a great, chance to be that up-and-coming team that maybe makes a dent.
I want to go to one that we've seen. Week 1, if you were in that area, you thought, wow, my Steelers are going to be amazing, and then after week 2, you may think differently. Where do you come out on the Steelers? Are they more of week 1 or are they more of week 2?
I think if they're both, I think they're going to be up and down. Now, one of the weird things about them is defensively, going back to the end of last season,
Terrible.
they've really struggled. That's unlike them. So if that's the case, if we're seeing something there, some cracks in the defense, I mean, that's just going to make it hard to be as consistent, because I think Aaron Rodgers can still be really good, but you need to take the pressure off of him. He can't do it every play.
Right.
Week after week. We're seeing Patrick Mahomes trying to do too much right now, but he's young, relatively. Just
and it's
30.
still hard, right?
And it's hard, and he can do it, but Rodgers can't do it at this point. And I believe also, I think Rodgers has taken some hits in the first 2 games. Both the Jets and the Seahawks hit him. And then he can still make the amazing kind of wrist flick, sidearm type throws, but I'm seeing a few too many of those, and a couple of those hitting being either intercepted or dropped interceptions in the first 2 games. So I think some of that, they're going to have to help him with the defense in the run game, or else some of those are going to be interceptions, and it's going to really even out.
How many more games will Mike McDaniel be head coach with the Dolphins? I mean, I don't know any other way to think about it. There's no way if they get blown out here and it's really ugly. Where are they going? Home dinner, maybe a show?
Well, yeah, I would like to see him, just like I thought his post game last week. I didn't watch the whole thing, but the highlights that were put out there just did not look like somebody who was in complete command. It was like and I want to see that. Just being the head coach, I want to see that command of it. So this is a tough situation for them, and he's got to be able to guide them out. And like you said, they play Thursday, then their next game is Monday at home. So, we can all know what sometimes that means.
Right.
I don't know where they're at, but I think if they did make a change, I would like to see Anthony Weaver get a chance to do it, because he has interviewed a couple of places and was impressive in those. I know from just talking to people that were involved in those interviews. So the question I would have, though, are you better without McDaniel, because he's so tied into the success of Tua and the offense? So, maybe he's not doing, maybe you want to move on from the head coach, but would you just get worse on offense?
It wasn't long ago they scored 70 points, and he was a genius, I mean, that wasn't that long ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. The life cycle of their team, they really put a lot of money into that, but it feels like they kind of missed their shot, and now it's, teetering.
Well, let me ask you this one. When this is kind of a tie, let's say they lose tonight, lose another game or two, tying this in a little bit to the Chiefs, how much longer before we see Tyreek Hill start sending out cryptic tweets and messages again before he tries to get back to Kansas City?
Hey, it might be halftime of the game tonight. You never know. It could be that early. It could be during the game. It's interesting. I don't know if the Chiefs are going to do that, because they're going to get a couple of their guys back, but it's a long time until that trade deadline closes. And to me, if you're acquiring Tyreek Hill, there's just not a lot of teams that are going to do it. I think he's a hard one to acquire and manage. But Andy Reid knows all about that. He's done that, and he's always had a spot for guys, whether it was Frank Clark or Tyreek Hill or
Michael Vick.
The running back, Kareem Hunt, had some issues. Like Andy Reid's, hey, everyone's welcome. So,
well, last thing for me, speaking of the Chiefs, 0-2 start. Last year, I think they were 11-0 in one-score games. They got a lot of lucky breaks. A lot of things went their way, and now already 0-2 in those kind of games. Things balance out a little bit. I don't have them making the playoffs this year.
Well, yeah, that's certainly possible now that they're 0-2. I think that we've seen some decline from them, but they were able to win the games anyway through the magic of Mahomes. I think we've seen the first couple games this year. They haven't been able to do that, and yeah, they're going to play the Giants this week. They probably win, but they got Baltimore on the other side. So I really think they're close to being 1-3, which would be really quite a hole with needing to get probably those receivers back. But look, there's a reason why Rashee Rice wasn't picked earlier or Xavier Worthy wasn't picked earlier. Availability is part of that.
Yep.
And now they're living with that.
Wait and see. I know they're going to be excited to get them back, but they got to fight until they do. All right, Mike, we appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Mike, as
Sando,
always.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Always
no
enjoy
doubt.
it.
Sando NFL on X. Go ahead and give him a follow. All right, Rob, on the way, we got Checo City Player of the Day, and also as a team in MLB who's on a struggle bus right now and in bad time to be on it. We'll tell you who we're talking about. It's the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin on the TV Things on Thursday, Fox Sports Radio.
Your observations. Let's get into it.
Can I start?
Let's go.
I think that Giants fans, Giants front office members, Giants coaching,
Members of the brass.
Everyone should thank Russell Wilson because by performing the way he did, even in a loss, they are now in a position where they don't have to jump the gun and ruin Jackson Dart the way they ruined Daniel Jones. Because if Russ had a stinker yesterday and Russ wasn't bringing it, then there would have been more and more like, come on, Jackson Dart. And they would have rushed him. And you saw what happened when they rushed Daniel Jones. You saw what happened when the Jets rushed Zach Wilson. You see what happens when these teams rush players. And I think the longer Russ could show that, yeah, I'm the guy for now. It gives Jackson Dart more time to sit, chill, learn. And by having an almost 500-yard day, throwing dimes to Malik Neighbors and really just having that winning old-school Russ attitude, like found
Also,
in youth.
Credit to Neighbors for just finding the ball. He has a great ability to do that, jump up and get it. But Wilson, 450 yards, undeniably great, 3 touchdowns, and the unfortunate pick at the end. But I don't think anyone is talking smack about Russell Wilson and his performance this past weekend.
But
again,
I'm telling you,
they had that game in the bag.
The underlying message there was, all right, they could stick with Russ longer.
No, absolutely. He looks solid.
And I think that gives, because our Giant fans now saying, come on, put Dart in there. That narrative gets paused big time.
That pick was unfortunate. Neighbors celebrating a little prematurely. Also a bad look, but he also had a great game. They got some great potential with the Giants. They looked a lot better this week. That's the positive there. So 3 touchdowns from Wilson, 167 yards from Neighbors, 2 touchdowns for him. But the Cowboys pulled it out at the end in overtime, 40-37. So Rich is right. Biggest observation there is Russell Wilson looks good enough. He looked great this weekend, but good enough to stick around to give some breathing room. So
there's no urgency. There's no like, man, he's over the hill. You got to get Dart or someone in there. That narrative could be shut down for weeks, I think, right?
Wilson still has some game left. Neighbors is the guy.
Which,
exactly what I had written down.
You know what this does? You know me. I'm always schedule watching. This lines up a really interesting primetime game next week.
You're always ass watching. Who are you kidding?
And that is true.
You're booty gazing. Right. I see Rich at the gym. He's not watching the game. He's watching the cheeks on the treadmill.
How do you get inspired? No, but next week, if you want to look ahead to week 3 of the NFL, this is a game that, looking back, you'd be like, yeah, this is sort of a throwaway game. Why are they making this prime time? But Sunday Night Football, Chiefs at Giants next week. 2 0-2 teams. The Giants expectedly 0-2. The Chiefs 0-2 playing with desperation, but Russ coming off of that big game. I think that's going to be really interesting. I really do.
Well, the Chiefs are kind of looking buns, as they say right now. And it's not just 0-2. I think, it's 0-3 if you figure in last season. And that's a first for Mahomes. So there is some desperation or some urgency to win and turn it around.
If you haven't seen it yet.
But can I tell you an observation?
Yeah.
It's not on Mahomes.
No.
He's still got that magic in him. He's still making these cool Mahomes-like plays. He hit Kelsey right in the numbers. Kelsey's head didn't turn around fast enough to make that play.
Yeah.
If he did, it would have been a different game.
Yeah.
But it's not on Mahomes. It's like little things that used to go their way just aren't.
Yeah.
And that's 3 in a row for them when you factor in last year. So I think a little urgency to beat the Giants next week.
If you haven't seen it yet, if you have, you can still play along. But point spread for next Sunday night.
Where's your instinct without looking? Who is favored and by how much? Chiefs at Giants.
Chiefs favored. Chiefs at Giants, right?
Yeah,
Chiefs favored.
Going to MetLife.
I'd say by a touchdown.
You're close. 6.5. Do you like the Chiefs putting a whooping on the Giants, or do you feel like the Chiefs' woes continue and it's a close game?
They'll turn the corner. I don't think they're done by any means.
No, but I'm saying like
they played, some tough games.
Freedom Rider, she didn't care if the whole world looked. Joan of Arc with the Lord to God.
Okay.
She was a sister who really cooked. Then the daughter was a first bra burner, and she showed up. Oh, yeah, when the country was falling apart, Betsy Ross got it all sewed up. And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud.
Okay.
And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud. And then there's... Right on.
Was that Donny Hathaway singing that?
I think it was.
They got arguably the greatest,
Hold on.
one of the greatest singers of all time.
I think it's Donny Hathaway. Yeah.
Rob, we can't overlook this. K-Dot.
Yes.
I'm looking at the video for this. It says produced by Rod Parker. Is that your alias?
There you go, Rod Parker. You're right about that.
D. Parker. Is that you?
But you know Maud is B. Arthur, of course, from The Golden Girls.
No wonder you like this show.
Yes, and guess who else was on that show?
Somebody else on the Golden Girls.
Rue McClanahan, Blanche, was on this show as the next door neighbor to B. Arthur. It's
So
all
it was
together.
before the Golden Girls. So they were like what the like Silver Girls?
No, it's funny. Like if you look at it, B. Arthur looked old back then, and she was 40 years old. I'm just saying. Even in that show, she had the white hair or whatever, looking great.
Yeah, people look older back in the. If you go look at like an NBA player from 1972, he's like 23. He looks 48. I
No,
don't know
the
what was going
worst
on
is
back
really if you go look and see like Grady, Lamont, and Fred and Red Fox.
Yep.
Red Fox was in his 40s and looked like he was in his 60s. Yes,
I know. Ain't it crazy?
He was in his 40s.
Man, something was going on back then. People were coming. Morgan Freeman
Life
been
was
looking
tough.
to say Morgan Freeman looked older and lean on me than he does now.
Yep.
That was like 40-some years ago.
All right.
It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, obviously on a TV theme song Thursday. Right now, it is time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Oh yeah, keep keep inching up. 2-1 last night, up to 14-16 total. No need to reset. Got the Yankees minus 1.5. They're in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. The Reds minus 1.5. They're in Cincinnati hosting the Chicago Cubs. And the Giants are in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. Giants plus 1.5. So the Giants plus 1.5. Reds minus 1.5. And the Yankees minus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on. And right now the Yankees are up 2-0 in Baltimore. This, of course, was posted earlier on social media.
There you go. You're making a comeback, man. That's all.
I'll tell you who ain't making a comeback, though.
Hold on. We got play of the day before you go get all disrespectful. It is time now for the Teichert play of the day.
The pitch. And he hits one high in the air to deep right. Perez is back. Track. Wall. Gone! He's done it again! Jose Ramirez, his 35th home run lifetime against Detroit.
Hey. Didn't nobody need to hear all that. Guardians Radio on the call.
That's Tom Hamilton, a Hall of Fame baseball announcer. Tom Hamilton.
Well, dang it. The Tigers ain't playing like Hall of Famers right now. That is your Tiger. Your Tiger Rack. The play of the day brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. What you got to say about the Tigers, Rob? Huh?
I'm going to tell you real quick that they're following the path of the 1964 Phillies, who lost 10 of their last 12 games and missed the playoffs, dropped out. Now the Tigers have the luxury of the wild card. No, they don't have the division because now Cleveland is within 3.5 games.
Cleveland!
And the last 9 games, 6 of those games for the Tigers are on the road. In Cleveland, 3 are in Boston. And the Tigers have lost 10 of their last 15 here in the month of September. So it's a raggedy finish. And if they don't get it right, I was on MLB Network today.
I saw you.
And
you
I'm
looked all
telling
right
you,
there. That shirt was a little loud, but you look good with the shirt and the blazer. I seen you.
But they're struggling right now, Kelvin.
Listen, me and you've been talking about it for how long? Probably 3-4 weeks, about a month?
Ugly, yeah.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. They're struggling. It's funny, the teams that kind of early on in the season, or maybe even before the season, you kind of looked at, you thought like the Tigers, maybe the Mets, maybe the Dodgers, few teams that you kind of thought, all right,
Yankees
this should be
struggled too.
Yankees as well. You thought this should be an up and up season for them. They're in a struggle bus.
Thanks, Joe Namath.
Shout out to Joe. But the thing about it is, as you know, and this goes for all teams that will make MLB postseason, if you went in hot, you fixed something, or you just had something going good, you got a shot. And that is what makes baseball fun, is that you just don't know. We thought the Dodgers were going to be winning 110, 12 games. That ain't the case, nor for the Tigers.
I want to kiss you.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Dodgers announced that three-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of the 2025 season. His final home start will be tomorrow against the Giants. Right now, 3 baseball games in action with the Yankees with a 2-0 lead over the Orioles in the third inning. Cubs and Reds scoreless in the fourth. Angels and Brewers scoreless in the second. Earlier today, we saw the Mariners beat the Royals 2-0 to tie Houston for first place in the AL West. Guardians won their 7th straight game, a 3-1 victory over the Tigers. Beat Alonso with his home run in his 4th straight game as the Mets beat the Padres 6-1. In NFL news, the Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels did not practice today due to a sprained knee. It's his 2nd consecutive missed practice. The Chargers signed Tony Jefferson, safety, to the active roster from their practice squad. Kansas City wide receiver Xavier Worthy limited in practice as he works back from a dislocated shoulder. I'm Martin Weiss.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on a TV theme song Thursday. And yes, Alex is playing the hits. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. You see me sporting this Southern Connecticut State University. All right, I got something new. Baseball hoodie. Thank you to the baseball team for hooking me up in the AD there at my alma mater. But check out the YouTube channel. Do it! That's right. We are simulcasting right now, YouTube, and you can see video of both of us. Just go to youtube.com/@oddcouplefsr. Or if you're already within YouTube, just search Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon or comment away, whatever you need to do. Tell us who's got the better takes. That seems to be elementary. You can make a button and just hit it every time. I'm just saying, go out and check out our brand new YouTube
You're lucky my
channel.
headphones ain't working because it sounded like he was talking crazy over there.
That's right. Watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. And don't forget, the Odd Couple is also sponsored by Leave. Achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Some days your body's just like, nope. And then on those days, luckily, there's Aleve. Just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. And don't forget, coming up in about 27 minutes, it's the college kids. And this week, it's Mark Gunnels. We're going to give him some props because he was right about UCLA and their coaching situation.
He was, but I said he might be right.
We didn't think it would be this soon, right?
No, he was almost too right. I don't even think, are you still right when you're that far ahead of the curve?
I
It don't
know.
count.
He did call it.
You're like 9 months ahead of schedule.
Listen, I mean, honestly, I can't even defend it. I can't defend. I'm like, I can't argue with the fire. I want to, but ooh.
Yeah, that was quick. 3 games, 0-3, bad start, and that was it. But we'll have Mark Gunnels in studio, be able to see what he looks like and hang out with us, and that's coming up pretty soon. All right. We're about to watch, obviously, the Bills and Dolphins in Buffalo. And, Rob G., the Dolphins coach is on the hot seat.
Yeah, to put that mildly. I mean, the seat is boiling as we speak. I'm surprised he might get it through halftime with the way things are going right now in Miami. ESPN.com did a big feature.
But I'm going to tell you this, 12.5 points against a division rival when things look like terrible for you. Or like this is a trap game if you think, oh, yeah, they're going to get blown out by 25.
So you're saying just covering the spread will save his job?
Yeah, no, save his job. But I'm just saying for gamblers, you know what I mean? Something that looks so obvious sometimes just isn't. That's all.
So ESPN, as I was saying, did a full feature on these Miami Dolphins. And the point of it was apparently last season they had what they would call a culture problem in Miami, specifically as it relates to at least 2 of their on-the-record star players, one of them being Jalen Ramsey, who got traded. One of them was Tyreek Hill, who asked to be traded, but ultimately was not. And according to an anonymous player who was on that team, I don't think he's on this current team, he said that Dolphins players, specifically those 2 and other players on the team, had a, quote, lack of respect for Mike McDaniel. In fact, that player went on record as saying that McDaniel trying to be open and vulnerable and being a player's coach and allowing guys to come late and miss meetings or skip meetings and only get fined but never really get reprimanded in the media or reprimanded in front of the team, according to that player, was misconstrued as him being, quote, soft. So all the things he was doing when they were winning, no problem. They started losing. The walls are caving in on Mike McDaniel.
Big time. And to me, this is a couple of examples to me, Rob, of why coaching – is not a one-size-fit-all thing, and I think he's learning the hard way. So when you're coaching these guys, first of all, Rob, if your team is set up with captains of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey, and those are, maybe 2, 3 or 4 captains, you're in for a bad situation. And a couple of reasons why. Your captains are supposed to be the ones that set the tone, right? The guys who are there that are working their hardest. And when we read this report, they're not only are they maybe showing up to meetings a little late, okay, I can understand things happen. they're missing meetings or just flat out leaving meetings or leaving practice. You got multiple guys doing that. Tyreek Hill's the same guy that's sending out flirtations. I want to go back to Kansas City. I don't want to be here. Trade me. And these guys are supposed to be your leaders. And one of the things that when you're being a coach, you have to understand is I'm a manager of personalities. And I have to manage like this with this guy. I got to be hard on this guy. This guy works hard, and all he needs is a pat on the back. This guy, I ain't got to say much because he's here to play. He's here to practice. He's here to perform. And you have to be, being able to manage those personalities. He came in being the cool guy, being the funny guy, and trying to be the player's coach. And it seems as though it's backfiring where they're treating him like little bruh. He's already a small guy. He's already young. And from this report, they're treating him like little bruh, ignoring him. They have no respect for him. And you know what makes it worse, Robin? We talk about this all the time. When he won 20 of his first 33 games and was making the postseason and putting a 70-piece on people's heads, it was all right. But now that he's losing and now that the team is struggling, they tune him out. They're not listening. And this is the challenge when you're trying to overly be a player-friendly coach. You got to set the tone first. You have to set the expectation first. You have to set the standard first. And then you can scale back. You can scale back then. And again, I think this is what's happening. He's getting backfired on trying to be too cool, trying to be too hip, coming in wearing, look at me, look at that. And now that they're losing, and because they don't have the respect for him, this is what he's dealing with. And he might ultimately lose his job here. We were just talking about Deshaun Foster. He might be in the same situation, whether it be today or over the next game or two.
Here's my only issue, and I just think this is what happens. It's easy to throw arrows once things go bad. And he was a younger, hipper coach. This is why they thought. So now you're saying basically he was getting credit for being able to relate to younger players because he's younger and not a 65-year-old man set in his ways, and it was working. Now, I'm not saying he's a great coach or any of that. But now to use that against him after he did have success, and he did have a 70-piece at one point, and they would call him a boy genius, it's easy for people to, when things go bad, that's when people come out of the woodworks, and now they're going to point out all the flaws and everything. It just comes with the territory. I don't think that means that he's not the same guy or his style doesn't work or – if you're winning and you're doing that, winning covers up everything. It's like makeup. I say it all the time. If you win, you can get away with everything, right? You get away with calling people out and being gruff and all that. Bill Belichick did it, right? And as soon as things didn't go that way, they're tuning him out. He's been around too long. Or Greg Popovich, same thing. When he was winning in those championships, yeah. Now he's old and people are tired of hearing Pop and he's outdated. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's the same guy, just things change. And so I don't know if I could put it all on McDaniel and say that it's his fault or he's the one or he's the reason. And I'm not absolving him, not at all, because that's how you judge. We talk about all the time wins and losses. That's how you judge whether it's your fault or not. When players perform, right, you get credit for that. And when they don't perform, you get blamed. It's the same way. If I'm going to give you a new contract because you won 20 of your first 33 games, right, and the players performed and did what you asked them to do, then I'm going to have to let you go when you lose your 10 of your last 13 and you look bad doing it.
Here's where I understand what you're saying, but the challenge I have is one of the things that I think you have to come in there and do is one thing that's factual to me in anything is set accountability. When you read this report, is that guys have been running amok from day one. It's just they were talented. Tyreek Hill comes straight off the I want to prove everybody wrong. Kansas City doesn't want to sign me. Remember, he talked, Tua's better than Patrick Mahomes, and he's going crazy with the offense and the receiving yards and all of that. So it looks good. But the problem is, when you don't have accountability, when you're not holding those leaders to those standards, and maybe that's some GM too. They're calling for Grier to be.
But you also
they're flying. They're flying real quick. They're flying airplanes around that have fire Grier as well, the general manager. So maybe he brought in the wrong guys, coupled with this, so he's not absolved of this as well. But go ahead. What were you about to say?
But you talked about team captains. Most of the time, those are voted on by players. The players didn't vote Tyreek Hill team captain. That's usually the locker room and the players, not the coach. So
I'm saying the coach has to hold those players. I can't have my star player. When you read this, I can't have my star players, Rob, leaving practice, not showing up to meetings. And Tyreek Hill even admitted it. He said, well, I'm on time this year. I ain't missed no practice this year. I've been on time everything this year. Yeah, well, you're creating a toxic culture where guys aren't taking it serious. We always talk about this. The best of the best. You know, if I'm a middling player and I see Lamar Jackson is the first two here practicing harder, watching film, I'm like, oh, shoot, if Lamar doing it, I know I got to do it. We already know the late, great Kobe Bryant. They're setting a standard. And if you're letting guys, the prisoners run the asylum, run the prison, then this is what you get, toxicity, and it ends up happening. We've seen where they just had a players-only meeting after week one, Rob. You know it's all bad. You know things aren't good. When after week one, anybody
So what
can
would you
lose
say
week
about
one.
a guy like Pop or somebody like that before he stepped down? Pop hadn't won in like 10 years or whatever, and people were saying,
just bring up. I hope you said mop with an M, not Pop.
My point is,
I hope you said cop.
Is that it's easy to say that after when things go bad. I'm just saying winning changes the way you look at stuff. No, and I'm going to give you Terry Francona in Boston. They won World Series, and then all of a sudden they became the chicken and biscuits guys and drinking beer and all that in the clubhouse, right? And then Terry wound up getting fired, and he was running a loose ship. No, he was running a loose ship with the chicken and the biscuits in a video game when they were winning championships too.
I ain't gonna lie, chicken and biscuits sound good.
No, but once they started losing, then all of a sudden that ain't cool, and that's all my point is. I'm not trying to make it out. He's a great coach.
Let me go back to your Pop.
Sure.
You brought up Pop, and I think the difference is Pop, we know what the Spurs way was. We all know what that is. You brought up Bill Belichick, the Patriots way. You look at Sean McVay. Sean McVay has proven, whether it's Jared Goff, whether it's Matthew Stafford, I've been around that organization a little bit. They have a way about them. And that's the thing. You have to create some type of systematic way, some type of culture and expectancy. And I think Michael McDaniel does not have that right now. And you can't have it where your players don't. But like,
I just think I'm just going to be, when you have unnamed people talking about respect and all this stuff, I'm just saying it's easy to say that when you lose. That's all I'm saying. Like, be careful not to take that stuff as gospel because things have turned bad. And when you lose, this is what people do.
Here's the evidence to it.
That's my only point.
Here's the evidence to it.
If they beat Buffalo tonight, then what would be say they beat Buffalo, okay, they turn their season around. Then what has happened? Have they got respect for him now? I'm just saying,
no,
if they win tonight, then it would be what? Oh, they just won?
So here's the thing, though. We have the evidence is in the reason why they traded Jalen Ramsey. They got rid of him because according to the former players, former coaches, former people within the organization, he was toxic to that locker room. The reason why they stripped Tyreek Hill of being a captain, toxic to that locker room. The reason why they had to have a players-only meeting after game one. So we have evidence. This isn't just losing. Andy Reid could end up going 6-11 this season, and none of us would necessarily question that. You can have other teams you're not going to win every year. Winning that's not it. But you can't be bad.
I'm just saying.
And there be questions about how you
my only argument to you is I think it's very easy to just point out stuff once you start losing. That's all. That's all. I think you got to be very careful with that. It's an easy way out for the players to not take accountability or blame that they haven't played up to expectations. It's easy to point to one guy rather than to look around the room. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not Mike McDaniel doesn't do anything for me in a positive way or a negative way. I don't think he's the greatest coach since sliced bread. But I can tell you this. Players do this all the time. As somebody who's covered sports for a long time, it's to take the blame away from them. That's all. It's the coach. Oh, yeah, he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. No, maybe you don't tackle right. Maybe you don't catch third down throws. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like there's a responsibility that comes from the players as well.
I hear that, and I don't disagree with that, but I definitely think it's his responsibility to call them out about that. And that's another thing they talk about is that he never did that. he only fined them, and they all used to laugh at the fines that he would post up about guys who were late, guys who weren't doing this, guys who weren't doing that.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Is there a drawback to being a player-friendly coach like Mike McDaniel, or just he's being made the scapegoat without accountability for players? Where are you on this? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple here on Fox Sports Radio on the TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Stick and stay.
To see some same old Dolphins in the US of A.
ESPN NFL insiders Jeremy Fowler, Dan Graziano do great work. They publish their weekly Buzz.
I've known Dan for like a million years.
Published their weekly Buzz column earlier on Wednesday, and in it they talked about J.J. McCarthy and what's going on with Minnesota. In it, they floated the idea about, hey, what happens if Carson Wentz is good, right? What if he's good and J.J. he's hurt more than we think, or maybe we'll just sit him out. So here's what Graziano said in the piece, quote, I think the team really believes he's at the stage of his development, talking about JJ, where he needs to play. And I would expect him to get the job back once he's healthy. But if Carson Wentz has them humming, it'd be worth wondering whether or not they would stick with him, talking about Wentz, moving forward.
To me, this is a pretty simple cut and dry. And if Wentz is playing outrageous and they're winning and they got a streak going, then Carson Wentz will stay the quarterback for now. And you'll bring along J.J. McCarthy, who's a young quarterback. You got time. You're not going to win. How many games could he miss, Rob G?
Right now, the lean is 3 to 4.
Okay. So Carson Wentz lights it up for 4 games. They win all 4. They're feeling good. They're rolling. There's a chance that you're going to stick with a guy like that who almost won an MVP, had really some good times in the NFL and all that, and lost his job because he got hurt, right? Basically. And then when he got healthy, he got it back. So that's not to say that they're moving off of or Carson Wentz is the long term. If it's just 2-2 and average play and JJ's ready, he'll go back in. The only way that, to me, Wentz, Wentzylvania, Wentz in a lifetime or something like of that ilk would continue is if it's lights out, 4-0, 12 touchdowns, no picks. You don't pull that guy out if somebody's playing well. But if it's just standard, regular, 2-2, 500, he's doing all right, then as soon as your starter's back and ready, you put him in.
We are in the J.J. McCarthy experiment at this point. To your point, Carson Wentz would have to be playing at a Lamar Jackson level.
Lights out.
Where they would go, all right, this is incredible. Nobody saw this coming. Let's roll the dice and see where it takes us. See if we can pull something like the Philadelphia Eagles did with Nick Foles, right? See if we can pull something like that off, which I don't expect to happen. I expect him to be fine. He's a good backup in the sense that he's been in the league. He can win you a game or two, or at least not look horrible, keep you in some games, especially with a defense like that. So that's what I expect from him. But they're in the J.J. McCarthy business. They traded to get the 10th pick. They moved up to get him. 10th pick. And I go back to, again, watching probably 90% of his snaps at Michigan and thinking he was perfectly fine and everything, but not thinking I think it would be a late first, early second, even maybe a 3rd round pick because he didn't do a lot. And when you look at a couple of things, Rob, this is why, again, I scratch my head with JJ. So one of the things that I think we're seeing right now is JJ McCarthy didn't look great or have huge games per se regularly against great teams in college. And some of it was just opportunity. He wasn't asked to do that. So he didn't really have to play out of his mind versus Penn State, versus Wisconsin, versus Ohio State, so on and so forth. He had to just make a play or two, lean on that defense, lean on the running game.
And he did, and he won.
And he did, and he won to the tune of 27-1 as a starter. But what made the pick interesting is when you look at, Rob, the production or lack thereof for J.J. McCarthy. So you look at some of the other guys that, recently have been drafted around him, whether it be guys who drafted ahead of him in that same draft. Jaden Daniels is somebody who you might look at. Well, he was putting up around 357 yards per game and 3 touchdowns a game.
right? Cam Ward, 359, 3 touchdowns
Different
a game.
offenses, though.
But
it's hard
what
to
I'm
look-
saying, well, hear me out. So all I'm saying is you got J.J. McCarthy only putting up about 220 yards a game and less than 2 touchdowns a game. So what I'm saying is he didn't have that production to then automatically carry over into the NFL. So him losing a year, not playing because he was injured, this is what this is to me. He's in that rookie, growing through the growing pains,
But
learning
I just don't
year.
think it's anything that has to do with the stats from college. And I'm just saying, because of the type of offense he was in, those guys weren't in that.
Rob,
Those guys weren't in it. I know you watch.
Wednesday, happy days. Happy days. Doing it. Fox Sports Radios. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. With convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. We've got College Kids with Mark Gunnels coming up here in about 6 minutes or so. Looking forward to that. And we got Thursday Night Football kicking off right now. And you got the Dolphins marching. Mike McDaniel saying, I ain't going out without a fight, Rob.
Yeah.
Dang it.
What do you mean marching? They're in the end zone. Are you kidding?
Oh, they just scored?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they did. They weren't scoring.
See, Dove's got that Chris Broussard cable package where he's like 30 seconds behind the rest of us.
Chris used to be talking about it, and he had something, and it would be like 10 minutes later. Oh, yeah. Like, Chris, please, just stop.
No, I was sitting here reading all the notes.
You make too much money to be a minute and a half behind the rest of the world.
Exactly.
First of all, let me pull it up, okay? I'm over here working 2 laptops, 2 computers. I got 3 phones. It's too much going on right now.
What are you trying to do? You got laptop envy? Is that what you're trying to tell how big your laptops are?
I'm in the Matrix right now. You know, remember how they work in the Matrix thing? They got like 20 stick to screens going on. The Dolphins have been complex over the last couple of seasons though, because you got to it, you signed to it, because again, we talked about a couple of years ago, 2023, where it goes crazy. The offense is scoring tons of points. They look good, and people are high on them. And then the struggle bus, and then obviously with his injuries. And so that's what makes – and then Tyreek Hill, they've had some weapons on the offensive end. They've become so frustrating and complex where you're like, what am I going to get? Will the real Dolphins stand up? And I think that's what part of the issue, too, with Mike McDaniel has become – you know I'm big on this, Rob. Give me something, your identity. Meaning, let's say like the
we
Peyton.
know their identity. High offense, high power.
But it ain't been high offense.
But that's what it is, though. You say, give me an identity.
I'm
like
saying that's what it's supposed to be in our minds. It hasn't been that. Like Lamar Jackson, great example you brought up.
But I'm saying, but that's who they are. They're not like a defensive team, right? They can score offensively. Isn't that what? I'm just asking you, what do you think they are?
I'm saying, Rob, to get there, I need a bunch of it. Meaning, if you look at those old Bucks teams, it was year after year, we're about to be a defensive team. I knew what Baltimore was, the Ray Lewis version. I know what Baltimore is now, the Lamar Jackson version.
So what do you think the Dolphins are? I don't understand. What do you think they are?
That's my point. They ain't nothing.
No, it's different between you're an offensive team and you're just struggling. I get that, but I think they're trying to outscore you, right? Isn't that what they try to do?
I guess what I'm saying is I need to have seen something sustained for me to then say
But that's why they're struggling, because they haven't been able to sustain it. But I think we know what they are. Mike McDaniels is an offensive guy, isn't he?
Yes, on paper he is.
That's
but I'm saying that I would need them to be that year in year. Okay, we were talking about the Bengals, right? What did we before the season started? We all said, "What, man? That defense is going to suck." But dang it, that offense should be insane, because we have seen it for a handful of years now, where that's what they've been. And with him, you had the one good year, and then obviously some injuries. So it's just, but they got to get back to at least finding their identity, because that's one of the things from a fan base. And if you're a general manager or an ownership, you can at least start to say, we're building on something. We've got that. Now let's try to go and fix the defense. For years, Peyton Manning, the Colts are amazing offense. The defense sucks, so they finally were able to get it with Bob Sanders and Freeney and Mathis and all those guys. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, shoot, they're a complete team. They got to, punching the Bills in the mouth offensively is a great start.
If they win this game, what would be your conversation? That it was just a fluke? Or maybe they turn the channel, maybe they turn the page, maybe they save their season. No, I'm asking you, if they win today,
the answer
and they scored 30 points, what would it be?
The answer is no, because my issue with them is I don't buy that they would be in it when they're down big or if they lose one or two. Meaning, I don't buy the personalities in the building. I think the personalities in the building are going to get down. They lose 2 games, or if they have a bad, offensive 2-3 quarters.
But if they won tonight on the road in Buffalo, it wouldn't mean anything to you. It wouldn't help you.
I would say that's a good divisional win, and they might, be finding something, because they scored a bit last week. They just couldn't ultimately pull it off. Right. So maybe the offense is starting to do something. But I don't like the personnel where, part of teams, part of games and seasons, you're going to be down a little bit. You're going to lose a game. Are you going to stick with it? And I don't trust that personnel is my point. All right. We got the college kids coming up here in a bit right now. Martin Weiss is going to get us set on what's trending.
Miami marched down the field as they received the opening kickoff. Now 8:31 left in the first quarter. The Dolphins with a 7-0 lead over Buffalo. Tua with a 4-for-4, 29 yards. Ollie Gordon with a rushing touchdown. In Major League Baseball, the Yankees have a 3-0 lead over the Orioles in the 5th inning with 2 on and nobody out. The Reds with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs in the 6th. Angels and Brewers scoreless in the 4th inning. Los Angeles Dodgers announced today that 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of the 2025 season. His last start will be tomorrow, or his final home start, I should say, will be tomorrow against the Giants. Mariners beat the Royals 2-0 to tie Houston for first place in the AL West. Guardians won their 7th consecutive game with a 3-1 victory at Detroit, now 3.5 back of the Tigers, Cleveland is. Pete Alonso homered for his 4th straight game as the Mets won 6-1 over San Diego. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels did not practice today. It's his 2nd consecutive missed practice due to a sprained knee. Chargers signed Tony Jefferson, safety, to their active roster from the practice squad. Kansas City wide receiver Xavier Worthy limited in practice as he works back from a dislocated shoulder, and rookie wide receiver Jalen Royal was a full go in practice today as he hopes to make his NFL debut week 3. Atlanta listed Kyle Pitts, tight end, as limited in Thursday's practice with a toe injury. And Rob Parker, yes, it's true, the WNBA did not cancel after Caitlin Clark was out for the remainder of the year. In fact, her team made the playoffs.
They did.
They are.
And nobody's watching, and nobody knows the playoffs are going on. So, yes.
Well, I'm about to alert the masses right now. The score is 56-49. Atlanta Dream
Good luck.
In the lead.
Atlanta
at the
Dream?
half.
What is that?
Right now,
next time you go to Magic City, ask
2-2. Effective.
Is that our main dream? Yeah.
Appreciate you, Martin, as always. Steve, I cover Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursdays, where Rob is excited to watch the WNBA playoffs. Rob, you got to put that on hold for a second because we got to do the college kids.
It's time for the college kids here on the Odd Couple. A look at this week's college football through the eyes of young and inexperienced. They swear they know college ball. Yeah, fundamentals are going to show up. Are their takes soft? Graduation week. Rob and Kelvin with us. Bring them on.
That's right. Week 3 edition of College Kids back at it again with none other than media personality and straight up Nostradamus in the sports world, none other than Mark Gunnels.
Hey, thanks for having me.
The man was so right about Deshaun Foster getting fired that he was wrong.
I know. It was ridiculous, Mark. Man.
He's getting fired at the end of the season. Didn't even make it to the first appearance of him back, and he's already fired.
I didn't think it was going to happen that soon. I mean, I feel bad for the brother. I mean, losing to UNLV. I mean, come on.
Well, that'll get you fired all the time, right?
They're 17-point favorites.
And what they paid them, UNLV, $1.5 million to come beat them?
To play
at
them.
home?
To beat them, yeah.
Right? At home.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
In the Rose Bowl.
Yes. Not a good look.
Yeah, unfortunately, he UNL leaving. He left the team. My goodness.
He ain't going to be here. He ain't going to be here.
I'm not going to be here.
All right, guys. So once again, Mark's got 3 very hot takes, all revolving around the Big Ten football conference. If the guys like the take, he's graduating. If they don't, it's real sophomoric. You don't belong in college. Here we go. Take number 1. Mark says Nebraska. The Cornhuskers are going to beat number 21 Michigan, even though they haven't been a ranked team since 2016. Says the Huskers are back. Mark, you got a couple of minutes. Tell us why.
First of all, I'm sorry to Martin Wise. I know you're not going to like this take. Proud Michigan alum over there. But I'm telling you, Matt Rule has a reputation in year 3 of turning programs around. Now, the NFL, we can forget about that. But in college, year 3 at Temple, they won 10 games. Year 3 at Baylor, they won 11 games. This is year 3 in Nebraska. Like you said, they haven't won to beat a ranked team since 2016. I think they get off the schneid this week in Lincoln, Nebraska, and beat Martin Wise Fighting Wolverines.
Mark, I'm going to say this is a sophomoric take.
Back to school. Back to school.
What? Nebraska's all the way. What has convinced you that Michigan's going to be the one? They might beat a ranked team, but why is it going to be Michigan? And they haven't beaten a ranked team since Moby Dick was a guppy. What do you got?
You believe in Bryce Underwood, the true freshman? We saw him on the road against Oklahoma in Norman, and I actually picked them to win that game, so I was wrong on that one. So I'm not getting stabbed by them again. Like I said, it's going to be a rocking atmosphere. I like Dylan Raiola at quarterback. I know people think of him as just a cosplay of Patrick Mahomes, but he was number 1 quarterback.
He does look like Patrick Mahomes.
But
My God.
He actually was number 1 quarterback out of high school, so he has some talent there. He's not just a gimmick. I think they get it done at home. I really do.
All right.
Man, that is so sophomoric. You couldn't be any more sophomoric. Let me tell you something. Bryce Underwood, as you mentioned, is about to go out there and show y'all why. Let me tell you something. There's a reason he's a true freshman. Because he's the truth. He's the truth. And he's going to go out there and get this done. You acting like Tommy Frazier walking through that door. This ain't the mid-'90s when Nebraska was good. Man, you done lost your mind right now. I love you, but I don't like it.
That's fair. Okay, we'll see. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Who next?
Take number 2, sticking in the Big Ten Conference. USC's 3-0.
What'd you say, Big Ten? That just sounds so weird.
I know.
Right? It's just like the Big 19 at this point.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm so used to the Pac-12,
Yes.
Pac-10.
USC, Big Ten. Oh, God.
USC,
I just
3-0
threw up
on
in
the
my mouth.
season. Average margin of victory on the year, 38.5 points a game. Mark's like, nah, to hell with it. They suck. They're overrated. They're going to lose at least 4 to 5 games this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a joke. They played Missouri State, Georgia Southern, and Purdue. And, of course, you're going to win those games. But now they're ranked, 25, I believe. They still got to play at Illinois versus Michigan, at Notre Dame, at Nebraska. And all those games are in a row, by the way. After this week, they play Michigan State at home. They'll probably beat Michigan State at home. But after that, they'll probably lose 3 of these 4 games. They will not be ranked here pretty soon. I'm not buying it. Lincoln Riley, it's just all fluff.
You know what? This is graduation worthy.
Now they always say congratulations.
Even though I teach there, I'm with you on this. Lincoln Riley, they paid him like he's won big games, but he hadn't won any big games yet. And I think I'd take Abraham Lincoln over Lincoln Riley right now.
Absolutely, Mark, you graduated.
Now they always say congratulations.
Lincoln Riley is like Trevor Lawrence. Y'all keep telling me it's coming. Hold on, it's coming. Just give him some time. It's coming. Man, listen, you already looked at the schedule. That middle of the schedule there with Michigan, Notre Dame, and then you got Nebraska. And then you didn't even mention a couple weeks later they'll be playing Oregon. So, they're going to end up losing a handful of games. And they will have had the Heisman Trophy winner for a couple of years. They had this season, and nothing to show for it in all of this Lincoln Riley era.
All right. Take number 3, college kids. Mark Gunnels, sports personality here with the Odd Couple, talking Big Ten football. Last take of the night, the hottest take of the night. Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. He's the best quarterback in the Big Ten. Even better than that fraud Drew Aller he's going to play this weekend at Penn State.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not this weekend. They play next weekend.
You know what I mean.
But it's coming up.
The beatdown is coming. Belt to ass, Oregon and Penn State. Tell us why.
I feel bad for you too, man, because he came from UCLA. So this is more salt in the wound to all you UCLA grads out there. Dante Moore started his freshman year at UCLA, got benched. He wasn't quite ready, but this is a guy that was a 5-star prospect. He's in a great system now at Oregon. I love their schedule too. I mean, outside of this Penn State game next week, they could probably run the table. I think they're going to beat Penn State, actually. Drew Aller, he's fine, but he's not consistent. He makes a great throw.
He's fine? Go ahead.
He makes good throws, but then he's like a Trevor Lawrence. And I hate to say that because I'm a big Trevor Lawrence guy. I used to be, at least. I'm on the fence now. But he'll make one flashy throw, and then he'll have 2 bad throws after that. So I like Dante Moore. I think they win next week at Penn State, and I think he's going to prove to be the best quarterback in the Big Ten this season.
Go ahead, Kelvin. You could go first. Go ahead.
That sophomore, I wasn't mad at it. You were like, if the passing grade had to be a 3.0, you had a 2.9. You were almost there. I wasn't mad at you, but I want to see a little bit more from him. And also, too, these Oregon quarterbacks, they all put up good numbers, but I ultimately don't know. I don't know how good they really are. It's almost like the system allows for them to go put up crazy numbers. How some people might feel about Kyle Shanahan and his offenses. So he's really good. And at the end, if we did this same question, the same take in about 6 weeks, I might agree with you. But right now, I'm not buying it right now. I'm still going with a couple of people ahead of him, as in Drew Aller being number 1 in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I'm going to say sophomoric as well.
Back to school. Back to school.
And Kelvin is right. I don't know if you could say what you're saying right here, right now. Could that change with a big win? Oh, you know what I mean? And some other performances. But right now, I'm not buying that Moore is the best quarterback.
Well, we'll come back after they beat Penn State.
Okay, well, that might be the game.
Road.
That might change the way I look at it. But going into that game, I'm not buying it. I can't. No way, no how, Mr. Mark Gunnels.
Rob said he ain't buying it like it's a $200 shirt in TJ Maxx or Ross. He ain't buying it.
That's right. I'm going to wait till they mark it down to $24.99, and then I might buy it.
Don't be trying to act different because Mark in there. You know you ain't buying it unless it's $12.99 and under. You better stop it.
That might be the case.
He ain't fooling me. He ain't fooling me.
You know that.
Good stuff, Mark. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey,
yes,
appreciate
thanks
you guys.
for coming in, too. We appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
No doubt. All right, that is the College Kids, and we'll do it again next week as well. Always a good time with that. We got to talk about, speaking of college, there's a college quarterback that we were sold some wolf tickets on, and I want my money back. We'll talk about it next. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the TV thing on Thursday, Fox Sports Radio.
TB12, Tommy Boy, Tommy Brady.
Tommy like Wingy.
Is rubbing everybody in the NFL the wrong way.
Well, is he? I mean, because here's
he
my
needs to
thought.
take lessons from Johnny Gill.
Rub him the right way?
Got to rub him the right way because I think and it seems obvious, and Big Mike will tell you too.
Who?
Everybody's complaining. Mike, who runs this place, bald guy, works here. Words of wisdom. Seems like everybody in the NFL is complaining about the guy.
Well, if the NFL has to put out a statement that means, complaints were made, my thought is this. I'm not doing the whole, he shouldn't be allowed or this or that. My big angle is, Tom Brady just needs to chill a little bit. And I'm not saying, listen, I don't want to be the guy that's like, it cost him his marriage. But remember, he played longer than he told his family he would. Now he's in the booth calling games. Then he's in the box with the Raiders. He's doing flag football.
You're trying to tone down Tommy Boy's ambition here. That's who he is.
Dude, he's doing flag football in Abu Dhabi in March. He's doing.
Dude, he's got Tiger's blood.
Did
He's
you
got
see
Adonis DNA.
Did you see him throw that pass to the Sheik?
Yes.
That was Gronk.
By the way, Danny G sent me a video of Tommy Boy. Tommy.
Yeah, and the Sheik came up to his waist.
Turkey al-Sheik when they were promoting the Flag Football League. And he's like, is this AI? And I wasn't sure at first. I'm like, is Turkey al-Sheik behind this whole organization? I didn't know that.
This guy has so much money that NFL flag football.
Tom Brady, I like you. I will buy you for my league.
WrestleMania.
I buy you for flag football league.
Canelo Crawford. He's hanging there with Mr. Beast. This Sheik. I want to. Imagine the Sheik is like, I like one radio show.
The Sheik, he like Tommy. He likes Tom Brady, man.
That's all you need.
Got Tom Brady in the flag football league, and that's the latest addition to Tom Brady's calendar.
You know what? Forget it, Covino.
Why?
Forget the Tom Brady stuff.
Well, your whole thing is chill out Tom Brady.
No, my new thing is, Danny G, how do we work behind the scenes? We need the Sheik to have one favorite radio show and one favorite podcast, and that's us.
Oh, my
All you need.
God, I wish I was his favorite radio show.
All you need.
Rich's Solar Power Parlay brought to you by the Sheik.
So he signed Tom Brady and a bunch of big names to do flag football. So that's just one more thing for Tommy to chew on.
My point is, you
he
criticize
biting off more than he can chew is really part of the question.
Your criticism of me as your friend and coworker and business partner.
Well, it's hard to say no. I get it.
But Covino's criticism of me is, dude, you're coaching all your kids. You're doing all these shows. You
spread yourself thin.
You just say yes to everything because you want to be involved. And I feel like Tom Brady's sort of doing what I do, and you criticize me for doing it. So go ahead and criticize Tommy. NFL ownership,
but
NFL broadcaster.
You have the same Adonis DNA that Tom Brady has. This guy took his ambition to the NFL.
Yeah, but the same way
you took yours to.
You could say mine's more important. I'm doing stuff with my kids and children.
Took yours to West Hills Pony Ball.
It's very important. Big league.
I'm just joking.
But
I'm just saying, he's got a lot of help. You think Tom Brady is doing all these things without an assistant and someone driving him around while he's preparing? And, that's a different story. I'm sure he's paying people to make all these things work for him.
I want you to say everything to Tom Brady that you say to me. You're doing too much.
Hey, bonehead, you're doing too much.
And Spot will always say something snarky like, "What do you not like to be alone in your thoughts?"
Yeah, man. Why don't you spend some time with your wife and kids?
You need to
at
fill.
home.
You need to fill your calendar. Tom Brady is. Listen, there's two types of people, and you're looking at two.
Red Vines and Twizzlers.
Totally Twizzlers, by the way.
Players and haters.
Blue cheese and ranch. I know. There's a million two types of people, but I'm talking about
Michael Buffers and Bruce Buffers.
Michael all day. There's two types of people. People that like dots on the calendar and people that want an empty calendar. Covino looks at a weekend and says, no dots? Perfect. I'm going to sit around, scratch my thighs, and watch the Yankees.
That's the best.
I look at a calendar with no dots on the weekend, and I'm like, babe, you want to have these people over for a barbecue?
Why?
Hey, let's go out for a barbecue Saturday.
Such a busybody?
Hey, you guys want to go apple picking? I want to do things.
Why can't you, chill? You have no chill?
I got no chill.
Well, that's a problem.
Hey, guess who else doesn't?
Maybe you should talk to somebody.
Guess who else doesn't? Tom Brady. Does he need chill?
Well, Boomer Esiason thinks he does.
don't know this one, Rob. What's this
Mary
one, Rob?
Tyler Moore.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yep.
But you know what's crazy?
What's that?
Alex, do you know this too? In the early one, the first show, when it first started, at the end, he says, she might just make it. And then they changed it that you're going to make it. The first one was she might just make it. And you
He was
see?
like, I don't know if she's really going to make it. You know?
Yeah, and then they changed it to make it that she was going to make it. But at first it was like, she just might make it.
I don't know. We'll see how things.
Right.
We'll see how things go.
A
for your
single
girl.
woman on her own in Minneapolis.
She just might.
But
back then,
Mary
they were
Tyler
like-
Moore throwing her hat up in the middle. I mean, it was a great show, Mary Tyler Moore. And of course, she was on the Dick Van Dyke Show as well. She had a couple shows.
Yep. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and
Pause.
Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursday. Shut up, Alex. If you miss any of today's show, you're going to want to catch the podcast. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. And right after today's show, the podcast is going to be posted. Be sure to follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, and even provide a review. That's right. Just search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find today's full show and the best of version right when we get done with all the yakety yak as well. All right, Rob G.
And the
go
Dolphins
ahead.
are winning. It's 7-7 after one quarter, so they're winning. 'Cause they're
That's a
not
win for
losing.
them?
Yes.
That's the gambler. in
That's
you.
where we
You're
are
look,
now.
That's
They're
the
winning.
game. As long as they don't lose by more than 12.
You got 12 and a half points, so you're good. They're winning.
Yeah. Rob G, Arch Manning, I think
We've been
me
sitting
and
on
you
this
had the
topic for about a
conversation.
week. Okay? Because Arch Manning got booed at his home stadium in Texas.
Yeah,
That's how bad he's been. He's been horrible.
You know how bad it has to be for you to get booed. Couple of reasons. One, you're at a home team. Two, because you are a Manning. You know how bad you had to be playing right now?
This has been terrible. And so
Man,
now everybody and their mother, anybody who's like a real draft or NFL college football analyst, is trying to figure out what's wrong with Arch. Like he's the Heisman front runner, the odds-on number 1 pick, and he has just been flat out Charles Barkley terrible.
You've been terrible, Rob G.
He's been terrible, and really bad. Todd McShay said on his latest column that when he watches Arch Manning play, it's like, quote, watching a frustrated golfer swing or tracking the beats of a broken metronome.
He went deep on that.
All of that, rather than to just say that he hasn't played well. Why can't he just not play well? It's always like something else, and he's a frustrated golfer. We know he's on the PGA Tour, but he's just frustrated right now. No, how about he hasn't lived up to the expectations that people had him as the best quarterback, and he's going to go there, he's going to come out and go to the NFL and this and that, and it's the Arch Manning sweepstakes, and Jerry Jones wants him, and and all this other stuff. How about just that he hasn't played well enough so far?
See, that's because you're not a DJ, Rob. You don't get the metrodomes or the syncs of the beats per minute. You're not really sticking with it. It's boom, 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 boom. Man, let me tell you something. Here's the issue with Arch. Number one, we were sold. He's a Heisman already. He's going to be the number 1 pick already. It's easy. We're like, all right, dang, we didn't really get to see him last year, but okay, all right, maybe. Here's been the issue, Rob, for a couple of things for me. When you watch him, it's not like maybe his receivers aren't there for him. They're still just trying to get some things going. These are remedial issues that are happening. We're talking about his footwork not being great, his feet not being in the right places. We're talking about.
Didn't he go to the Manning camp?
And that's what I was about to say. We're talking about his arm angles being off, missing deep balls, missing guys across the field, throwing turnovers in the red zone against much lesser than schools. And that's part of the issue because we thought, hey, if nothing else, his mechanics will be right based off what his grandfather and his 2 uncles are. Also, he's having issues when he's at Texas, when he has everything at his disposal, right? He has from the practice facilities, from the best players. Steve Sarkisian is supposed to be this offensive guru. So it's not like he's doing it at Ole Miss.
Look at his family and the quarterbacks.
Right, he's not doing this where Eli was at Ole Miss trying to make it happen. He's doing this at Texas where this is supposed to be everything given there. And it's not his first season. He's not a true freshman like Bryce Underwood. He got some chances to play a handful of games last year, come in here, there. You would think, all right, got his feet under him. He should be in a good situation. And lastly, Rob G and I were talking, and the more you watch him, you look at that arm, you start to question, is he okay? Is there something to it? Is he hurt? But he's been underwhelming, and I said this when you were on vacay. I said he's absolutely going to come back next year. even if he were to, have a really good year, I said he was going to come back because he's not in a rush. NIL money, he's got money. He's fine. And also, him and his family are all about legacy and the name, and I thought he would come back. He has to come back now, Rob. It ain't no doubt about it. I don't give a dang if he ends up winning 8, 9, 10 in a row. He has to come back now.
Well,
People are absolutely wanting to see it.
If he plays well and lights it up the last 8 or 9 weeks, I don't think he's coming back.
What? He absolutely is coming back.
I said if he plays really well.
I don't give a dang if he goes 9-0 and throws 300 yards a game. He's coming back next year. I thought he was coming back before the season started. I'm for sure he's coming back now, Rob.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I mean, obviously, based off of the early play, sure, because it hasn't been crisp. It hasn't been what people expected. He's the greatest prospect since Andrew Luck. We heard all the press clippings and all the college, the NFL analysts who are all singing his praises and how good he is and what they expect and all that kind of stuff. And it hasn't panned out, not yet at least. And it doesn't mean everybody's not the same. Some people are late bloomers. I don't know. Obviously, his last name helps, but he's got to make it happen. It's all lined up for him, but it doesn't mean that you get there.
No, so you were gone, so I don't know if you got a chance to hear, but I was telling Rob G, I absolutely believe he's coming back, even if he would have, sans him winning a Heisman and a national championship all at once, I absolutely believe he was coming back anyway. I just don't think he's in a rush. I don't think he needs, I got to get out of here. I got to get my mama a house. He doesn't have to leave.
Yeah, Matt Leinart didn't come out, and it was a mistake. I just don't. When you're ready to go, all you do is when you don't is give more people reason to pick your game apart. And the other part is, which is a part of football, is that you could wind up getting hurt. And so that's what you don't want to play another. If you've done all that stuff, what would be your reason of coming back? So you could break a collarbone, so you could break an arm, so you could break a leg? I'm serious. Like, if my advice to anybody who was going to be, if he played that well and is going to be the number one pick, whenever you're the number one pick, you should take that. You can't be higher than number one.
He ain't gonna be the number one pick now.
No,
but
even if he was,
I hear you. Even if he was, I think he's a different case.
Matt Leinart went from 1 to 10, and his career path and what happened to him might have changed had he been the number one pick. You know what I mean? And went to a different organization, and people didn't look a little different at him because they were like, "Wait a minute, this guy doesn't want to play in the NFL. Who wants to go back to college?" When you have a situation where you have a chance.
It was lit.
To be
that
the
man was
number
living
one.
his best life here. He was the NFL team, boy. NFL's king in America. Well, dang it, them USC teams were the NFL teams of LA, boy. He was living.
I bet you if he could do it all over again, he'd change his mind.
I don't know. He might have. Yeah, them LA years, the mid 2000s, pre-social media. That boy was living for sure. He got stuff. Thank God we didn't have camera phones back then.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is.
Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
The Dolphins jumped out to an early 7-0 lead, but now the Buffalo Bills have scored 14 unanswered with a 14-7 lead as Miami has the ball with 12 minutes left in the first half. Touchdown scored by Ollie Gordon, running one in for Miami. Josh Allen with 2 touchdown passes, both to his tight ends, one to Dalton Kincaid, the other one to Dawson Knox. In the WNBA right now, the Atlanta Dream lead the Indiana Fever with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, 65-59. That's a 3-game series tied 1 game apiece in the first round of the playoffs. The Yankees lead the Orioles 3-0 in the 6th inning. The Reds with a 1-0 lead over the Cubs in the 8th. The Angels with a 2-1 lead over the Brewers in the 6th inning. The Los Angeles Dodgers have announced that 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of this season. I'm Martin West.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy. Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Here we are, hour number 3 on a TV theme song Thursday. Don't forget, in about 29 minutes, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. Teichert's Tower of Trivia. It's the reason you listen on Thursdays here on The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, and achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating, maybe a cough or a little verklempt. Some days your body's just like, nope. And on those days, luckily there's Aleve. Just one pill, and Aleve provides up to 12 hours of power. Wow. I mean, pain relief.
Hold up.
So that you can keep moving as directed. Don't forget.
Pause.
Also, last call is coming up in case you weren't able to get into the program earlier. You'll be able to do that for last call as well. Right now, it's 14-7. Again, Miami's winning, plus 12.5 points. Oh, I'm sorry. Miami down 14-7. They scored the first touchdown of the game, marched right down, and now the Bills have scored twice. So we have that there set up. And I expect Miami to lose, but not by 13 points.
I don't know, man.
That's my point.
Bill's about to abuse them.
We shall see.
It's about to it's going to get too real.
But, Rob G., we got big news today in Major League Baseball, and the Dodgers did the right thing in announcing it because one of their legendary pitchers, and they've had many in this organization's history, is calling it quits.
No, you're being too nice, Rob. I'm really upset about this news. You know why?
Why is that?
Personal reason. We had just recorded the Inside the Parker MLB podcast. It had gone live 7 minutes before this news came down. So now we look dated and we look like we don't know what we're doing because Clayton Kershaw had to get this news out at 2:07 p.m. Pacific.
What was that? You're right. I thought
you knew you were going to do it. Why didn't you do it in the morning?
Do it. You should have done it in the morning for the East Coast. Do it with a press release.
But that's disrespectful to you, man. How much you know you've been dealing with him over the years. He should have did that for you, Rob Parker. He should have threw you that alley-oop. He should have, matter of fact, broke you with you exclusive, Rob. You know what I mean? You've been covering baseball since Moby Dick was a guppy. And I'm going to break this news with you first.
I've always been a big fan of MLBBro.com.
Even though I needed to know, and y'all wouldn't let me know, I've still been a fan.
Man.
But, you mentioned that Clayton Kershaw has announced that at the end of this 2025 Dodger season, he will be retiring from the game of baseball. Clayton Kershaw, of course, 2014 NL MVP. 222 victories, second only to Don Sutton in Dodgers franchise history. In July, became the 20th pitcher in baseball history to accumulate 3,000 career strikeouts. Here's the best one. His 2.54 ERA, the lowest of any pitcher in the live ball era. Clayton Kershaw,
incredible.
flat out stud.
No doubt. The best pitcher of our generation. There's no doubt about it. Has done everything you could do. Wanted to only wear the Dodgers uniform. There have been the last couple of years, Kelvin, you know this, where they thought he was going to play for the Texas Rangers. He's from outside of Dallas, and they figured that he would, call it a career. A lot of great pitchers have gone on to play somewhere else, and he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be a Dodger, and that's it. And the Dodgers allowed him, even through his struggles and all the injuries or whatever, to still remain. And this right here makes sense to me. At this time, and the Dodgers make this announcement because he's starting tomorrow night against the Giants, and that's the reason. They wanted to make sure if people wanted to be there, that could be. And you don't know how the playoffs work out, who's starting. If they get knocked out, if they're in a wild card, you don't know if he'll ever get to pitch at Dodger Stadium again. The only thing they're sure of is that he's going to start tomorrow night.
1,000% correct, Robin. I remember I was on I did pre and post game last Saturday, and he was pitching, I believe he pitched that day. And we were talking about it on the air. Yep, he was pitching that day. We kept saying about how this could be his last time up in the Bay Area. This could be the last time because, to your point, you got to appreciate these moments for a guy that legendary. And I like that they said that because you never know with injuries. You never know how things go. This might be his last one tomorrow. So you're right about that. Good
Absolutely.
for them to announce that now.
But now when we look at his career, okay, Kershaw for a long time struggled in the postseason.
He did.
And he finally broke through in 2020 when they won the COVID championship in Arlington. I was there. I covered that with 14,000 people,
Had to be weird.
Yep. And it was very weird, and they did win the World Series finally, but he pitched well in that series. He didn't play last year when the Dodgers beat the Yankees in the World Series in 2024. So he has 2 World Series rings, but he did get the one, in 2020. Yeah. And so people are always thinking about, but he had a great regular season career. And then the flip side would be Eli Manning, who, and I'm not saying he wasn't the greatest quarterback during the regular season, but he top 10 in touchdowns and completions, top 10. But the question would be, which career would you rather have? And, of course, Eli came through big time, beat the Patriots and Tom Brady twice, MVP twice. I mean, he excelled. I mean, beating that 18-0 Patriots team, right? I mean, that was huge. That's legendary. He has 2 signature throws in that. Would you rather have Clayton Kershaw's total body of work, which includes championships, but
It does.
A lot of failure, though, in the postseason leading up to that championship, but spectacular regular seasons, or good regular seasons and great postseason like Eli Manning? Where are you?
I thought about this when we were coming up with this because they both have kind of the other thing. Eli, you almost think of nothing else but a couple of clutch throws. You know what I mean? So when you think of him, immediately go to the great things. Where, unfortunately, for some people, not a lot, and I don't think it's the vast majority, but for some, when they think of Clayton Kershaw, they might think of 7th innings. Like, oh, God, so here comes the 7th inning.
Or they might think of some of those bad home runs he gave up in the postseason.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of that was 7th inning. But I thought about it, and I'm going with Clayton Kershaw for a couple of reasons, Rob. Number one, the chance for you to be deemed, and many might say, the best of your era, or some might even say the best of the last, 50 years or what have you, and that
definitely
is huge.
This generation, definitely.
For sure. And you think of the guys in his generation, the Scherzers and the Verlanders, and depending on, how far back we go. But there's a handful of other guys that could be considered in his generation. That's a compliment of the utmost for him. So I'd rather have Clayton Kershaw, where I'm absolutely considered one of the best of all time in a sport that's been around for like 150, 60 years. And that is a huge accomplishment. Also, you and I talk about this. There's the one benefit baseball players have, and then is that we don't necessarily deem winning has to be associated with you, right? If you're Mike Trout, for dang near a decade, he was the best player, and his teams won winning.
Normally, you're right. The only thing is, and that's usually with like position pitch players, like a Barry Bonds who can't pitch, so you can't blame him when the Giants couldn't hold the lead in a World. Do you know what I'm saying? Kershaw's different, because he's the pitcher, and he could pitch a no-hitter. He could pitch a complete game. He could stymie the other team and win the game.
I totally get you.
It's a little different.
I will grant
You're
you that's
right,
a little different.
normally with a position player.
But the only reason, I will grant you that. But the other part of it is, I could pitch amazing 6, and then the bullpen, as we've seen the Dodgers do for the last 2-3 weeks, bullpen blow it up as well and give it up. So it's just difficult in baseball, because we don't have to hold you to that standard of, you won 17 championships. But I'm going Clayton Kershaw. To be considered one of the best ever at something is an amazing feat. And I got to be a part of multiple World Series appearances, but specifically 2 wins and titles. I just think that's remarkable. And he's kind of been one of those guys, you never question his will. You never question his desire. He gives you his all, and that's been part of his makeup. And I think he's enjoyed the ride the last go-round to kind of be the guy who can help the young guys up. I can help the Walker Buehlers who came up clutch for them to get that win last season. I can help these guys out, these young guys. I can be a part of that and kind of change his attitude, because, he's been known for being a little tightly wound when it comes to his start days and all those kind of things. So at the end of it, give me the guy who had one of the greatest careers ever at something, one of the hardest positions in all the sports, and I have 2 World Series rings to boot. I'm going to take that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. And Kershaw's numbers, and you were talking about the bullpen blowing it, but His ERA is 4.49.
It ain't good.
I mean, you couldn't be any worse than that, and which is way higher than his 2.54 lifetime. Imagine that, from 2.54 regular season to 4.49. So it's a big jump, and his playoff record is only 13-13. He's a much better pitcher than that.
Yes.
But it would be hard for me to argue, as great as Eli's moments were, and they were great. I mean, the throw to Manningham, David Tyree helmet thing, and that wasn't even the game winner. He also had to throw the ball to Plaxico here to win the game. So as great as those moments were, it's hard to pick Eli in this moment because of that. But Eli makes a strong case from the standpoint of the Patriots were undefeated. He beat that team. A lot of people, not me, consider Tom Brady to be the GOAT. He beat Tom Brady twice. You know what I mean? Like during that time when Tom Brady had that 9-year drought, it was because of Eli Manning. So, but the overall, it would be different. I think we would have a different conversation, because if Kershaw didn't win 2020, and I'm not counting last year because he didn't pitch, right? But if he didn't win 2020, I would have taken Eli.
I get that, because he had some huge moments. He even came out the bullpen in 2020. He basically doing whatever they need from me.
No, he did. He did his thing. He didn't. He wasn't just along for the ride.
Whatever they need.
But you get my point, though, right? If he didn't win that, what Eli was able to do in those moments was incredible.
And you know what else to me would also to add to Clayton Kershaw? I do think that's the beauty of his journey, was that it wasn't easy. I didn't just walk right in and win a bunch of championships. And, I wasn't maybe that part of that 96 run with the Yankees where we just boom, 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 boom. We ran out 4 straight. And, he had great performances, horrible performances, things you wish you had back, the ups, the downs, going to the World Series and losing. You got the whole Houston Astros thing. And so, that's part of the beauty of 2020 for him, participating and being participatory in that win. And then even 2024, just look at the culmination. Now I'm the old wily vet getting to be around these young guys and mentor them up. So I think the full ride, the full spectrum of a professional career is also what Clayton Kershaw had.
No doubt. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Whose career would you rather have, Clayton Kershaw or Eli Manning? Eli, Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVP twice, beating Tom Brady. I don't know. Maybe there's some people who think football in that situation, winning Super Bowl, could be better. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you like mediocre football players in the US of A.
If you're Steve Ballmer and the opportunity presents itself, whether because you're forced to do it or because the heat gets so hot you feel like you have to do it, should the Clippers get out of the Kawhi business?
Closed, shop closed, out of business, grand opening, grand closing for me. I've had enough. If I'm Steve Ballmer, we gave it a shot. We gave it a shot. We did everything he wanted. Uncle Dennis wanted, Uncle Bob, Uncle Jim, Uncle Auntie, whoever. We did everything the family wanted. And what did we get? What's the ROI? What is our return on investment? That would be my thing. Sometimes things just, it's worn out. It's welcome. It's time to move on. You just mentioned, I think you might be spotting him a percentage when you say 58% of the games he played. I don't think he's played no 58. He played 31 games last season. There are seasons where he didn't play but 9 games. He's hurt, just doing it on himself, choosing to be hurt, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The point is he's not playing. And when you look at some other things as well, it's not as if you've got any trophies for it. It's not as if he's got any MVPs for it. It's not as if he's gotten any notoriety, any fame, any more lights, any more bright. He doesn't go about the organization. If you read further into that story, he doesn't want to be mentioned. He tells them, you can't bring my name up. You can't talk about me. So you can't even pump him up, and he can't be this person that's rah-rah. It makes everybody want to come watch the team and invest in the team and be about it. And so to me, he didn't bring any bright lights. The only lights he brought was the spotlight now into this. He is a heck of a player, one of the best I've ever seen when healthy, but it's time to move on. I have nothing to gain from it if I'm Steve Ballmer. I'm invested. I've done things. There's alleged things that may not happen. We'll see whatever happens in the investigation. I've done all I can do. I got a new arena over here. I done brought play. You wanted Paul George. I got Paul George here. Got rid of SGA, who's now got an MVP, who's got a championship. It's time to move on. This version of the Clippers wasn't even more entertaining than Lob City. Lob City at least was more entertaining, and we talked about them more, and we had big aspirations for the Lob City Clippers. So Kawhi Leonard, heck of a player, heck of a talent. And it's okay to cut ties and move on. Cutting ties like I'm cutting his cornrows. I'm moving on. So I'm out of it. I've tried it. I need to move on. If I'm Steve Ballmer, if I'm Ty Lue, we got to move on. I don't even know if you read further into that story, you just never know. He never tells you information. He doesn't talk to you. He tells you, in fact, don't worry about this. Don't do this. I have the right to not do this. I have the right to not do that. Too many stipulations. I'm good. I'm moving on. Thank you. God bless you. I'll holla.
Couldn't disagree more. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Steve Ballmer understands he doesn't have to win 8 championships. He doesn't have to win. He is banking on the idea that he can just get one. That's all. He has one less than LeBron, who's been here. The Lakers have given LeBron everything, made all these trades, brought in Luka. They couldn't even get out of the first round, right? That's with Luka, a 25-year-old all NBA player, and LeBron couldn't even get out of the first round. Everybody had them going to the Western Conference Finals. It's only about winning one. That's all that Steve Ballmer wants to win.
It's not what he said in his story.
No, I'm telling you
that's not what he said in his story.
All it takes is one, and if he can get one, and for once the stars align and somehow he can be healthy and play, you got a great coach in Ty Lue. You got James Harden, who has acquiesced and was able to fit into what works here and not have to be the same player and some other players. There's nothing here that you wouldn't want to run it back and hope that maybe just one day your luck is going to be in your favor, because you have a guy who, when healthy, is one of the best players in the league. And I get it. He's not healthy all the time, and that's what's been the big bugaboo. But when he's healthy and you watch this guy play in certain situations, he's tremendous. He's worth the price of admission. He's that good, and he's worth it. And the Clippers have to feel good if you're Steve Ballmer that you were able to get a guy who won 2 championships to come, not team up with LeBron, not go to the big brother, but to go to the little brother, no matter what it is. And you could knock Kawhi for whatever. The Clippers were the ones who broke the rules if they did, you know what I mean, and all that other thing. You could ask for the moon. Okay, you could ask for the moon coming here.
I did.
And if Fox Sports decides to give it to you, that's on them. Like us, we had it made. And in welfare states, everybody called their weight. G.R.O. LaSalle ran great.
Man, it's like if it wasn't funny, that would be annoying, but it was funny. Thankfully, it worked out. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday.
All in the family.
All
what
in
a
the
great
family, of
show,
course.
man. That was a
Of course.
groundbreaking show. Groundbreaking.
Led to the Jeffersons, right?
The Jeffersons came after that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And we are the Odd Couple, of course, on a TV things on Thursday. We got Teichert's Tower Trivia. We know why you're here on a Thursday. That's coming up here in a few minutes. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. You can watch us live on YouTube. That's right. We're simulcasting as we speak on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/@OddCoupleFSR, or if you're already there, just search the Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and then don't even stop there. You can thumbs up, you can comment, you can share, all that good stuff. Odd Couple FSR. Go there and also subscribe. Taking a few calls, Rob. All right, so he proposed, Clayton Kershaw announced today through the Dodgers that this will be his last season. Obviously, a remarkable career. First ballot Hall of Famer. We were talking about, Clayton Kershaw, for all of the accolades during the regular season, has had his share of troubles in the postseason. He was able to exercise his demons in 2020. But there's a conversation of, would you rather have that where sometimes the playoff success escapes you, or Eli Manning where it wasn't the greatest regular season, but when you think of them, you got those two Super Bowl Finals Super Bowl MVPs. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Greg in Kansas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Greg?
Hey, I'm going to turn tables on you.
All
Who
right.
deserves to be, this may help you with your decision. Eli Manning in the Hall or Jim Plunkett? Both won 2 Super Bowls.
Jim Plunkett didn't win 2 Super Bowl MVPs. I hate to break it to you.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
No, did he win Super Bowl MVP?
You would know better than me, Rob.
Okay, I'm just saying, there's a difference. I hear that. That's why Jim Plunkett's not in the Hall of Fame, is that he won Eli's Super Bowl MVP twice. I think that there's very few people who have 2 Super Bowl MVPs who are not in the Hall of Fame.
No,
True.
I think Eli should be in. Hey, totally. I think Eli's in.
Yeah, he'll get in.
Hey, you went too far. I don't think you need to be in there.
He'll be in. All right.
Me and Rob will argue about it. We got plenty
Greg,
of time to
thank
argue
you, man.
about that.
We appreciate you.
Thanks, Greg.
John.
I ain't saying Eli need to get in there now.
John in Paradise, California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. That could be anywhere in the state. How are you, John?
Yeah, well, no, it is Paradise. Was Paradise, kind of burned up, had a little problems, fire,
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, and I'd much rather have Eli. I'd much rather be a Manning than a Kershaw. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, is that what it is?
That's are you saying a lifestyle because of the name?
There's a lot more that goes with it. It looks like a lot more fun.
Well, when your dad was an NFL quarterback and your brother won 5 MVP, I mean, it's royalty. There's no doubt about it. But Kershaw, John, Kershaw like the greatest pitcher we've seen in 25 years. Seriously, of this generation.
And I'm a Giants fan, and it's hard for me to say it. Yes,
There we go.
All right.
There we go.
I'm not mad at
We've
you.
been waiting on something.
John,
you Madison Bumgarner lover, you.
I'm not mad at you. I understand that, and the rivalry's real. I was at the Dodgers-Giants game on Saturday. I was in San Francisco for the game. I get it.
It's hard to watch. You know what? But I give him all the accolades. He's an amazing pitcher. There's no doubt about that. And it's something I'd like to bring up if it's all right.
Yep.
It's something that goes with Paradise. Our local high school here is put together, and they're going to go and they're going to play Lahaina in Hawaii. As both of our towns struggle
through the fires.
Right.
Through the fires, and they're putting together. Paradise is going to go there next year, and I think it's. They're put out. There's a movie coming out called The Lost Bus that goes with our town that burned up, and it's something I think people should really pay attention to. But it has nothing to do with me personally. But I know there's a GoFundMe page for Paradise High School to try and get over there, and I think it would help all the healing. for everybody involved, and I appreciate you giving me a second to bring that up.
Thank you, John.
doubt,
Thanks
man.
for informing us about that. For real,
Thank
we
you,
love
John.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
John, I don't know if you know, I do morning news, and we've covered a lot of the fire. We covered also that movie you're talking about as well. So wishing everybody the best up there back in that, I think it was 2018 when the fire happened.
Yep.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, John.
Yep, no doubt. Rob G, you got something to add here?
Just real quick, because whoever came up with this topic is a real mensch. Let me just say that.
Okay.
It's genius to compare Clayton
But
Kershaw.
Rob G, that was me.
Yeah, that was you. Great job by you. No, here's the question. So I think both of you guys have really good points, right? My question, though, is for athletes, because, you know, it's different perspective from them versus media or coaches or whatever. Do you believe athletes?
Thanks, Ryan Clark.
Because we've seen Cam Newton say, you know what, Rob? That was a good one.
That was a good one, Rob. That was a good one.
Go ahead.
No, we've seen like Cam Newton say, I would not give up my MVP for a Super Bowl. Do you think more athletes would rather
Rob,
have
we're about to say the same
Clayton
thing.
Kershaw,
You go ahead.
the Clayton
We're about to
Kershaw
say the
route
same
than
thing.
the Eli Manning route?
So do you think the athlete would
themselves?
I'll answer that. That is, I didn't win one, so I got to roll with this. That's what that is. Or Gilbert Arenas will say it. All the guys who didn't win one will then say that.
And it's just, I'm with you, Kelvin. Like, for athletes to really sit there and for Cam, I get it. You're disappointed you didn't win a Super Bowl and all that. To say that the MVP means more than holding that championship trophy. It's like I go back to Little League. I'm still bent out of shape. The first year of the St. Albans Little League, my team lost in the championship. I still have that second place trophy. Do I want the first place trophy? I do want it. That was 1976. I still have it. Begrudgingly, I have it. I want to win the championship.
Yeah,
who doesn't want to win a championship?
That's the cop out because and especially, and maybe look, Cam, maybe he genuinely feels that way, but I don't buy it because Cam was in the Super Bowl. So I think that even makes it worse, right? Because I was that close. Right? Got to the game.
It's like you never were good at, like you were, like you never got there and the team was bad or whatever, and you played 15 years. I get that.
Yep.
But my God, really? You didn't want to win.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
So you guys, so you really think that athletes, all of them or majority of them, would rather win and be mostly nondescript during the regular season?
I don't agree with that. I didn't go that far because please believe one of the good things about our job, we get to have conversations in real and private conversations with athletes. And I tell fans all the time, fans, sometimes you got to relax. Fans, you breaking your TV because your team lost, not talking to your girlfriend or your wife, ignoring your kids. And meanwhile, them athletes, they gave it their all. But they going to the club tonight, okay? So, hey, you can't win them all. And I have learned not every athlete, them checks cash. So I'm with you on not all athletes, but the idea, just the overarching idea that, I don't mean it, I'd rather have my own accolades. No, I don't buy that.
I don't. If you put both on the table, just a chance to win a championship, and 99%, 98% of the players who play, they're not going to win the MVP anyway. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really up for grabs for anybody. So why wouldn't you want to be a champion? You talk to people, even linemen or whatever. Do you know what they're proud of? That they won a Super Bowl. Are you 100%. Kidding?
And you know what else makes it interesting too? Because Cam had an actual chance to win both. Like, he could have been a Finals MVP, and that would have really made it even. You know what I mean? Like a Super Bowl MVP. You could have been not just an MVP, a Super Bowl MVP as well. And I just think part of that is let me act like it doesn't care. It doesn't matter when it really does.
And now he wants to be the Mad Hatter, so that's another thing. So that's another
Willy
story.
Wonka, Mad Hatter, I don't know, the Money Monopoly Man, I don't know.
Willy Wonka's good because that's the dark chocolate. Very nice.
All right, you won't find this here TV.
What? Is there anything wrong with dark chocolate?
Teichert's Tower Trivia on the other side of trending. Martin Weiss, what you got?
Rob, don't get fired. Rob.
Don't get fired.
Caution, Rob Parker. Was it danger, Rob Parker?
Caution.
Tyreek Hill just ran out of bounds with 11 seconds left. First and goal for the Miami Dolphins, who You know, there were hefty underdogs in this game, but acquitted themselves well in the first half. Scored on their opening drive. Buffalo had scored 14 unanswered until just a second ago as Miami went into the end zone here. Extra point pending, and is 14 to 13 as Waddle goes into the end zone off a pass from Tua Tagovailoa. 14 to 13. Extra point pending. 8 seconds left in the first half on Thursday Night Football, with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in Game 3, the final game of the first round series of the WNBA playoffs between the Dream and the Fever. Atlanta has an 80-78 lead over Indiana. In Major League Baseball, the Yankees have a 7-0 lead over the Orioles. The Angels and the Brewers tied 2 apiece in the 7th inning. The Angels have 2 on. Right now, the Los Angeles Dodgers announced that 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw will retire at the end of the 2025 season. It's on a home start tomorrow against San Francisco. The Mariners won at the Royals 2-0 to tie Houston for the first place in the West. The Guardians won their 7th consecutive game with a 3-1 victory at Detroit. Pete Alonso homer for a 4th straight game in the Mets' 6-1 win over San Diego. Jaden Daniels missed practice for the Commanders for their 2nd day in a row. He's got a sprained knee. Kansas City wide receiver Xavier Worthy limited in practice. He's working back from the dislocated shoulder he suffered week 1. Rookie wide receiver Jalen Royal was full go in practice as he expects to make his NFL debut week 3. Atlanta listed Kyle Pitts as limited in Thursday's practice with a toe injury. Rob and Kelvin, back to you guys.
All right, Martin, have a great night, man. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the TV theme song Thursday. And we are about to get into what you are here for in just 1 second. First, I got to tell you that the iHeartRadio app, when you stream it, you can check us out wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all your Fox Sports Radio favorite shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app. So it's going to always pop up at the top of your screen so you can get right to us. It's time now for Teichert's Tower of Trivia.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, vegans and meat eaters, kale chip lovers, ruffle chip lovers, it's time.
This game is so easy.
For Teichert's Tower of Trivia.
That's right, it is Teichert's Tower of Trivia. Segment that proves you got to like sports to work in sports media. The star of this segment, it's got the most incredible podcast in the history of podcasting. Shallow Oceans, where he gets deep.
I was looking for Shallow Oceans on Twitter I couldn't find it.
No social media presence.
Okay, no wonder.
Meant to be found if you're looking.
All right.
Okay.
I put
You
my
like that?
toe in and it felt deep to me. I'm just saying.
That's pause.
That's all.
I'll just say this, that the concept of
All right,
reality
Gus
is
Johnson.
perspective of self.
Can I just say that Alex, with no social media push, still gets more download numbers than your favorite radio show?
It's true.
Why are you going to
just
bring up
saying.
Jason Smith's show?
Wow.
Oh, well,
Man, he's just sitting in the bullpen right now, fuming.
I hope he punches you in the throat.
Thank you, family. Thank you, family.
Thank you, B-Fan. Rest in peace.
Wait, where did
Who was that?
That's
B-Fan.
Was that B-Fan?
Brian
Yeah.
Oh, Brian, wow.
Very funny.
How do you find this stuff so fast,
I
Alex?
just,
That's why you're the go.
That's why he.
Hey!
All right. In honor of tonight's game, again, 14 all at half, Dolphins, Bills. This is the AFC East edition, Teichert's Tower of Trivia.
Yeah!
Flip the coin during the update, and Rob Parker gets question number 1.
And I will
kinda
say
hard.
this: I saw a video of Clayton Kershaw at a press conference. If he rubbed his eyes anymore,
Pause.
his eyeballs might fall out.
Jeez.
I know. I just saw it too.
Am I
He was
right?
trying not to cry. I was about to get that man an Allegra or
I was
something.
like,
His
Maybe he's
eyes
waking
are-
up.
No, he was emotional. He was trying. He started
Yes.
talking about his teammates, and that man was.
All right.
That's
I'm
my
sorry.
catcher.
All right, real quick, you know the rules. Let's get right to it. Rob, Patriots quarterback, your guy, Tom Brady, the GOAT, who played his college ball at the University of blank.
Alex, how are you?
I'm good, Rob, but how are you?
I'm doing great. Always great to see you. The sparkle on your face.
Thank you.
Your hair bouncing all over the place. It's just
Pause.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Hair's got a lot of flow. Been rocking the ponytail lately.
I know. Very nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
if you act funny on this game, I'm cutting that thing.
Whoa. I'm going to
up.
tell your girls to be upset at you. You don't say that.
They actually will be mad. How could
Yeah.
you hurt Alex? My daughters love you.
All right, here we go. You ready?
So I may ride, but I'm still riding it. Yeah, let's go.
Detroit.
Oh, wow.
I'm just waving at
Roger
Martin.
Goodell is. I'm glad you
how's
two
that
get
arm?
to see
How's
this.
that arm?
Doing all
I'm
right.
glad you two get to
Rheumatism.
witness
I already
this.
know this one because I have a drop I like to play. Detroit, Michigan.
That's right.
Yes, there we go.
Shout out to Detroit.
Or Detroit basketball, either one.
Right.
This is crazy.
Very nice.
We love Detroit.
All right.
I spent 20 years of my life there.
And he hates it.
And you
I
love
don't I don't hate Detroit.
Hate the Lions.
He does hate the Lions.
Hates the Pistons.
And by the way, that
Pistons.
video of you talking about you'll pull the plug if you was on respiratory or the life support, man, that had me crying, bro.
Everybody, that thing went all over the place. People were
That
like,
had me crying, man. That was the funniest thing you ever said since I've been working with you.
All right.
He said, I'll pull my own plug.
Level
funny,
number
Rob.
2. 10-0 here. Stupid.
All right, Chris.
All right, Chris. Ain't nothing else. All right. Chris.
Turn it down, Chris.
Hey, that's how he got his wife. She cracked a joke and he went crack like it was the funniest thing he ever heard in his life. Chris, settle down.
No, you know what? I think he saw Nick Wright without his hair washed. That
Wow. You ain't going to make it 6 years.
No.
You ain't. Kelvin.
Yeah.
The Patriots have been involved in several cheating scandals over the years, including illegally videotaping opposing teams' practices. That scandal was called Spy Blank.
All right. Alex, what up, man? You good?
K-Dot. Chilling, man. Thanks for the
My
snacks.
my daughters think you're the best. They love you. Okay?
I love them.
All right.
Bring
so
them into the
let's get
studio
this.
one time.
They'll be there. They'll
All right,
come.
cool.
Let's focus on it.
Okay,
You ready?
sorry. I'm back. Yes.
Pearly.
Oh, man of God, Gates, right?
Let's go.
All right. 10 points.
Let's go. What you just said, Rob? Hey, Rob G, you cannot. Seriously, you can't do that. It's the funniest thing ever. And you start pop locking too. Y'all were on fire yesterday. The pop locking with the thank you, Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Stop it on the
Hey, I think I did TV today with a guy just like that, but I'll send you the video later.
All right. Level number 3, back to Rob. 10 points apiece. Rob.
Y'all stupid. Man.
Some say the greatest defender in Jets franchise history is a cornerback. Name's Darrelle Revis. Of course, they called him Revis Blank.
Alex, how are you?
I'm doing even better than last time, Rob. Thank you for asking.
Roger Goodell, please watch this, man. Roger Goodell.
I was going to say.
What were you going to say?
Okay.
It's a lot of words.
No, here we go.
So glad
ready?
you two gets to witness the cheating.
Oh.
Hey, Sheree.
He's warming up, loosening
He
up.
ain't warming up nothing. He lost the Little League Championship.
He's 71 years old. He got to stretch.
Fantasy.
This is crazy. This is
Football?
Crazy.
Is
Rob,
incorrect.
Yeah, you set that one up right. Okay.
Rob, why are you mad?
I like how he looks mad like it's Alex's fault.
What am I-
Like Alex is the one who gave the
know.
bad clue.
All right.
Okay,
Alex,
help me.
what
help
up?
me.
What up?
What's
You good?
No,
All right.
I don't feel too good right now. Rob's
All
upset.
right, no, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get. Don't worry about it. Here we go.
Ben Mount
Any
up
day
next.
now.
Peninsula.
Oh, it's a terrible clue.
Peninsula?
He's about to get it. Watch.
Fantasy? Peninsula? Oh, islands?
Oh,
Let's go! I told you.
Alex, I'm sick.
I told you. The reason why, Rob, I used yours. I knew. I was like, he's gonna put that together.
No,
I know, Alex.
I was going to call. I was going to say tattoo. You know what I mean?
Oh.
No, they wouldn't have got that either.
Tattoo.
By the way, the YouTube chat is blowing up right now.
Why?
It's
What are
great.
you saying?
Rob's sending Alex the Venmo right now. Rob's a cheater. Rob's laying it off thick at Teichert.
How do they know you have
Rob
that
doing
Venmo?
the Harlem Shake, and he still ain't get it.
No, I got rheumatism. I'm just trying to loosen my arm.
It's arthritis. You got to move.
Hey, we said Clayton Kershaw retired, not you, Rob. You acting like you pitching tomorrow.
I'm retiring. No, not yet.
All right, back to Dub. 19-10 here, Teichert Tower Trivia. Kelvin, the Jets' defensive line of the 80s was so devastating that they called themselves the New York Blank Exchange. I kind of wish Rob got this clue. That would have been funny to see.
I know. Hey, Rob G.
Just get it wrong on purpose so we can see what Rob comes up with.
Hey, It's taking everything I got to not get myself fired. All right.
I was like, I'm willing to go there.
You know I am.
For the listeners.
All right, here we
do
go.
it for you.
I know content.
All right, here we go.
Put the camera on me.
Alex, you ready?
I'm hopeful at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we need your honor to read it again?
No, I'm good.
Okay, here we go.
Pause.
Here we go.
What are you gonna say? Come on. I'm excited
right.
for the answer now. Yeah.
I'm going with this. Nap.
Wait.
Nap. N-A-P.
Nap?
Terrible.
Give me the question again.
He's about to get it.
The Jets D-line of the 80s was called the New York Blank Exchange.
Sleeper?
That is incorrect. All right, Rob, chance to steal, tie it up.
Alex.
Rob.
Here we go.
Hey, Roger Goodell, you better watch this, man. Rob Goodell.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Flag on the play.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait a minute. That's 2 words. Wait a minute.
That man called himself. He threw a flag on himself. How you throw a flag on yourself?
I had to write it down to make sure. Is that 2 words? Yeah, that's 2 words.
Flag on the play.
Come on, Rob.
All right.
Come on.
Ben Maller warming
All
up.
right, here we go.
Coming up next.
Potato.
Look at that. This is crazy. Look at this is crazy.
Potato?
This is crazy. We're going to overtime, folks.
Potato.
Hey, we heard you.
Chips?
That is incorrect. Back to Kelvin, quickly.
What?
All right, here we go.
The New York Blank Exchange.
Blank exchange.
You know what?
Nap?
Your honor.
Potato?
All right, here we go.
All right, come on.
Jonas Knox warming up in the studio.
Quarterback.
No, that's a terrible clue.
He's about to get it. Quarterback.
Well, with other clues.
Don't do it, please.
He's about to get it. This is what me and Alex do, baby.
The only thing I can think of is a sack, right?
That is correct. Kelvin Washington.
For the win. Thank you, Dino. You're the best. Put him up. Oh. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Rob. What you wanted to say to that clue there. That's all we do is win, baby. All right, last call.
That wasn't bad enough. Aaron Judge just struck out too, so Rob took a double whammy.
Oh man, that's why he's leaning back right now. 877-99. Hey, by the way, Rob G, that's 2 weeks in a row, back to back, man. Listen, I just want to thank God. I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my daughters. You know. Last call on the way, 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Holla at us, it's Fox Sports Radio.
No thanking me.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
That's right. It's a tough scene in Kansas City, starting off 0-2 for the first time in the Mahomes era. They've lost 3 straight games for the first time in the Mahomes era. And here's the other issue. The Chiefs, again, first time starting 0-2 since 2014. As a franchise, not just Andy Reid, not just Patrick Mahomes, not just Travis Kelce, they have missed the postseason each of the last 6 times they've started the season 0-2. And if that wasn't bad enough, across the NFL, teams that start out 0-2 only make the playoffs 12% of the time.
Kelvin, I got news for you.
What's that?
The percentages could say 12%.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying 0%. The Chiefs will not, N-O-T, make the playoffs. I have been talking about them for 2 years now, and the lucky rabbit's foot. Well, I've been chronicling this, all the demise of what's going on, and Patrick Mahomes and the numbers. I made the mistake last year and said that Patrick Mahomes had turned into Daniel Jones. I'm wrong. He's worse than Daniel Jones. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the numbers for Patrick Mahomes? Not good. Not even not good. How about terrible? How about awful? I'll give you the numbers. Passer rating, 82. 26th in the National Football League. Not even completing 60% of his passes. 58.8. 28th in the NFL. Yards per pass, 21st at 6.5. Dink and dunk, enough. Dinking is good and dunking with donuts, but not football so much.
Did you say Shaq can dunk, but you don't want to be dunking?
Yards per game, 222 and a half. 7 tied for 17th, and 2 touchdowns, 1 pick in 2 games so far. So the numbers are not good. Travis Kelce's retired, and on any other day, he might as well retire, because once he started talking about it, you're basically retired as a player, and you saw the bad play, and that turned into an interception, but he's just a non-factor. I mean, it's unbelievable how much of a non-factor he is. You could talk about waiting for receivers to come back and keep hoping and wishing, and before it was Patrick Mahomes, they had the most drops, and they had this, and they had that. People have kept making excuses instead of looking at what the numbers are. And the numbers aren't good. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. But it finally caught up to him. All that good luck. I told you last year, they weren't going to win a Super Bowl. They were way too lucky. Teams would blow up and make bad plays to help them win. The kicker would hit the upright or miss an easy field goal or whatever it was. It was all these things that happened. And now here they are 2 games in, and the games that they normally win, no matter what, they haven't been able to win. So I'm not surprised. I know the math math says 12% of teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs. Right? I'm saying just 0. I just do not see them making the playoffs. And I know there's 15 games to go and a lot of football to play. I'm looking at this team, and I don't see it.
This is where I don't understand you sometimes. I love you like a play cousin, but I don't get it. They're 0-2, and each game, especially yesterday, they lose by 3 to the reigning champs. And you just mentioned, Travis Kelce catches that touchdown pass. It's a different game. He does it. Now,
we can do that all day.
I'm with you.
I'll let you talk. All right, that mindset we could do all day.
When we can. So let me do it. So Travis Kelce catches that touchdown. We might be having a completely different conversation. And similar to the Chargers, they're right in that thing a drive away from winning it. So they got to win those games, and they have historically the last year or two won those games.
sometimes you want to go.
Knows your name.
A couple.
And you're always glad you came.
Rob and Kelvin.
It's all the same.
That's right. Everybody knows your name.
People are all the same. Where everybody knows. Have you ever been to Boston and been to Cheers?
No. I've been to Boston a couple of times. I have not been to the Cheers bar.
You were there for the NABJ. What was that, 2014? What year was that?
Correct. Good call. 2014 we went. And then I went again so that would be 17. I hosted this show. And we did a bunch of. No, we shot it in Atlanta on NBC. It was Spartan Ultimate Team Challenge. People who make Ninja Warrior made this show, and we shot it in Atlanta. But we did a bunch of promo tour in Boston and New York, all that kind of East Coast tour promo run. So been there a couple of times. Want to go again, but yeah, I haven't seen the Cheers joint. Is it a?
No. It doesn't look the same. You know what I mean? It's just
but is it still? Did they keep the name, or is it called like Bills? But
no, it's Cheers. It's outside, but it's not the same as the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a show.
Which we were talking about earlier. The funny part is everybody in there looks 60, but they're like 32 in that show.
Oh yeah, then. But you got to see the one that's really shocking is the Sanford and Son, because Grady,
right
in there. Is like 41 or
That's
something.
Just
like you can't go look at Grady. He's like 41 years old or something, and you're like, are you kidding me?
No, I mean, shoot, I'm looking. You're absolutely right because I'm looking at the math. He passed in 2001. He was 70. You figure the show was like what, mid 70s?
Yeah.
So he was like early 40s.
That's what I'm saying. He was early.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm looking at his picture right now. No, man, ain't no way on God's green earth that man was only 40 something.
All right, last call time. Here we go. Let's do it.
All right, go.
This is the last call. Let's go!
All right, last call. Let's get to it. What we got?
Last call time on The Odd Couple.
All right,
you got 30 seconds.
Yo, Chili Tim.
It's Chili Tim in Atlanta. What do you got, Chili? Your last call. We got 30 seconds.
Okay, give me Hurst Heiser's career because I think as a Cy Young Award winner, as a pitcher, you get the aspect of like the quarterback as the most important player on that field, but you also get like the independence of like a tennis player or a golfer in pitching. So I think those 3 Cy Young Awards means more to me because also even as internationally, he has a chance to add offense. So yeah, give me Kershaw and Cy Young.
All right, sounds
No
good.
doubt.
Appreciate you, Chili.
All right, tomorrow, Funky Flashback Friday. And that'll be a good one as well. Again, appreciate everybody. Check out the Odd Couple podcast. And thank y'all for watching on YouTube as well. We'll be right back at it tomorrow.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?
Jason Harmon?